Star Victor Wembanyama gets a highly decorated honor of being the cover athlete for the NBA 2K27. He joins Caitlin Clark and Derrick Rose as this year's cover athletes. Wemby will grace the cover of the Standard Edition, Clark the Deluxe Edition, Rose the Ultra Edition. NBA 2K27 will come out and be available everywhere on September the 4th.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody. Man, it's already the middle of the week. Where is this week going? Hope you're having a good Wednesday, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. Thanks for joining us. Spend a little time with us here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
I thought it was going to be a camel-free week, huh?
No.
I guess you just.
Why would it be?
You know, after last week, you did hump day on Thursday and on Wednesday.
Right.
You know, because we were out with the camels on Thursday, and then I got to really know a camel well on Friday during the camel races. So I thought I'd go a week without camels.
Well, I could probably do it every day if you'd like. Yes, why not? We'll just make it a part of the open every day.
Hump day every day?
Hump day
Oh,
on a Thursday. Hump day on a Monday.
Yeah.
Hump day?
It's got a ring to it, Minix.
well, I mean,
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hump day.
I mean, I know there's a
Hump
lot of you out there that
day?
wished any day that ended in Y was actually a hump day, and I get that.
Yes. Well, some of us are luckier than others, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which is all good.
I love that camel.
Dude, you had a bad experience on a camel, I guess. I don't know why.
It was a great experience.
Well, it's not the camel's fault.
It's what they do. I raced a camel. I'll never do that again.
Dude, I can't believe that. I don't know why.
Uh-huh. You don't know why.
I don't have a clue.
I mean, next year, they'll bring in some bigger camels and you can ride.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to do it.
You say that now.
I'd be happy to do it.
Uh-huh.
I still have FOMO from not being able to do it the other day.
Uh-huh.
Who knew camels, they can't carry their weight? It's a damn shame, when camels can't. You know what? There's a lot of guys, I'm sure, back in the desert and when they travel by camel. I guess they still do to some extent. It had to be at least as heavy as I am.
Actually, I was talking to the guy that works with the camels, and they're out of a farm in Kansas. And they travel around, and there's I forget how many were on the crew, but there was one guy that said, "Yeah, I've never been on one. I'm too heavy," and he was. It was pretty obvious. And the scary part is he's one that kind of runs after him, which is funny in and of itself. But he was telling me about the weight and what they can do. He's like, no, you think about, everything that you see and the way it's portrayed, and you see a bunch of camels carrying a bunch of stuff, not 1 or 2 camels overloaded. And, in the weight limit, nobody was ever fat in any of those photos.
I guess not.
So,
I don't know.
And he was like, and then he went into, I don't know, all kinds of stuff that, some Aggies might know from, farm and ranch school, but there are certain breeds of horses that can carry a lot more than other horses. Not every horse can carry the same amount of weight. Some are designed for that. Camels, apparently, there's one model. Well, 2, 1 hump or 2. And the 2 hump camels are only about 10% of the camels in the world, but they're not stronger.
Well, that's interesting because I've never had an issue with a horse. Never.
Well, what do you mean you've never had an issue
with a horse? No issue with a horse.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, it didn't matter if I'm this weight or a little heavier than that or low. I mean,
sure.
I guess horses are just better.
When you're at the carnival and you're riding the little miniature horses, they're going to be fine.
I guess horses are just they're just a better animal, which
they're
really breaks my heart.
They're stronger, but they're afraid of camels, which is comical.
That is funny.
Mm-hmm.
That is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
And we learned yesterday, I guess they're afraid of llamas as well.
Yeah. We were told that.
Uh-huh. By a loyal listener.
Can't verify that.
Well, camels and llamas are they in the same family?
They're animals.
Well, I get that, but everybody, I mean,
They're animals.
I'm just wondering if because they kind of look alike in some ways. Llamas,
that they're animals?
Yeah. Well, no, that they're camels and llamas.
Uh-huh.
They're kind of similar.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Sure.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We got a lot going on today. That's for sure. The Miami Heat have fired their entire social media team because of their screw up. We'll get into that coming up here in just a moment. It is Aggie Day at the SEC Media Days. We're going to hear from some Aggies coming up a little bit later. RJ Ochjoa is going to join us in some interesting stuff when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys because was that an article in the Dallas Morning News today? One of the writers predicting some of the cuts that might be made, and some names on there that you might not expect.
Well, that's it. And again, Joseph Hoyt with the Dallas Morning News, his preseason training camp roster projection. And he even says in the article, there is somebody that is going to be on the opening day roster that is currently not a part of the Dallas Cowboys.
Huh.
It seems to go that way every year. Somebody is going to get signed in training camp and make the team or get cut somewhere else. And I mean, that's just how it goes. But I was a little surprised at some of the names that he has not making this Cowboy football team. I mean, no major name, obviously, but there's a couple that I went, really?
Well, we'll get into that for sure with RJ Ochjoa and throughout the show. And again, we hope that you join us. You want to chime in on some of the stuff that we're doing, you're more than welcome to do so. First and foremost, you can go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Easy to get there if you go to sasportstar.com, a nice little link that will take you right to there. Be sure and like and subscribe once you get there. We'll think of a poll. No poll up just yet, but that will change here shortly. You can also call us at 656-3776, 656-ESPN. You can get Jason at Jason Minix on Twitter. I'm at Joe Ryan Eagle 210. That's how you get a hold of us. And what did Pledge put up there? I guess I forgot that too.
That one of the players expected to not make the Dallas Cowboys, according to Joseph Hoyt, is somebody that you forgot was on the Dallas Cowboys roster.
He used to be a Green Bay Packer. I know that.
Used to be. But that is true. That is the fun part of as you get ready for training camp. Some of those little nothing signings or, I forgot about this guy or I forgot about that guy. A free agent that might have left that you didn't realize left. Everybody has to brush up on the depth of the roster. Your quarterback, your running back, your star players. I would imagine, and I think this goes for no matter how diehard of a fan you are or casual fan. We all know 10 to 12 dudes on that team, right? On every team. Pick a team out there and you're going to be able to name 10 dudes. You're not going to be able to name 30. You're not going to be able to name 40. You sure as hell aren't doing 53, even if it's the team you follow. If you're a Cowboy fan, you might know, 25 dudes, but you don't know all 50. If you're a Cowboy fan and we said name the Arizona Cardinals, you're going to come up with 10.
I don't know if I can even come up with 10.
You'll come up with 10.
I'm not sure.
You come up with 10 Minnesota Vikings. You can come up with 10 of Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right?
I don't know I could, to be honest with you.
I don't know if you would come up with 10 Houston Texans.
I don't. Maybe that one. I don't know.
But again, all right, we know 5 or 6. Is that safe? You would say 5 or 6 on every team
that,
out
sure.
there?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I just saw that Carson Beck signed his rookie deal with Arizona, so I know he's a Cardinal.
All right, cool.
There you go.
There's one.
How about that?
Can you name 2?
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Fitzgerald?
The wide receiver.
The wide receiver that retired a couple years ago?
Did he retire?
Yeah.
Oh, who's the other guy? Not Fitzgerald. It's Harrison Jr.
Oh, okay.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah. Fitzgerald Harrison. Come on, same thing.
Larry Centers? Do we hear a Larry Centers? Yeah, Kurt Warner at one time a Cardinal.
He was.
Jeremy Urban at one time a Cardinal. Head coach at Trinity now.
Yeah.
Currently not on the team.
Well, Jeremy played for what, 3 teams, 4 teams?
He played for... I know he played for the Cowboys. I know he played for the Cardinals. I know he played for the Seahawks. Jeremy Urban, here's an interesting trivia question. And Pledge, look this up. This is off the top of my head right now. Jeremy Urban played in 2 Super Bowls. Dude lost 2 Super Bowls, both times to the hated Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow. Well, we know he wasn't a member of the Cowboys at that time.
Obviously.
Okay, so we can rule them out.
Because I think he was on the Seattle team that lost to Pittsburgh and then the Arizona team that lost to Pittsburgh.
Ah, okay. Well, interesting. Wait a minute. Arizona team? Were they in the Super Bowl?
With Kurt Warner?
I thought that was the Rams.
That lost to Pittsburgh?
Well, I don't know, but Kurt Warner went to the Super Bowl with the St. Louis Rams.
Well, sure.
They beat the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, double check that. Pledge is going to double check.
All right.
It's trivia off the top of my head.
I'm just saying, because it was the fastest show on turf with Kurt Warner and company. So I do remember that, and Titans lost by a yard. That was that famous game. So there you go. Lots to talk about. If you know the answer to that trivia question, you're more than welcome to chime in because, well, as you can tell, we're struggling a little bit up here.
Kurt Warner played for the Packers, the Iowa Barnstormers, the St. Louis Rams, the Amsterdam Admirals, the New York Giants, and the Arizona Cardinals.
All right. And he went to the Super Bowl with the Cardinals?
Going through his Wikipedia real quick.
I know he did with the Rams for sure because they won it that year. But I'm not sure about anything else. But yeah, you may be right. I don't know.
I'm going through real quick.
Now, Longhorn Joe on our the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says, yes, he did win with the Cardinals. So perhaps that is accurate.
But not a Super Bowl. He didn't win the Super Bowl with the Cardinals because they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. Well, he was in the Super Bowl then.
Mm-hmm. He was in the Super Bowl.
All right. Did you confirm that?
I'm looking at it right now. He was 31 of 43 for 377 yards in that game.
So who knew that Kurt Warner was 1-1 in the Super Bowl?
Probably a lot of people.
How about that?
Mrs. Warner.
Oh, she's probably pretty happy about that, too. Just saying. It's trivia questions like that. Again, it comes and goes. I'm an old guy. The mind works someday. Someday it does not.
Do you remember Kurt Warner's famous Iowa Barnstormer days?
I do not. Okay. No, and have no desire to do that. How about his H-E-B days?
It wasn't H-E-B. It was a different grocery store up there in the Midwest.
I'm just saying. I don't know. We got to take a break. When we come back, guess who is a cover boy? One Victor Wembanyama. How about that? And the New York Knicks fans are pissed about it. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Odd questions like Kurt Warner or the one we were just talking about with Jeremy Urban, the kind of questions you might hear, but not quite that way, but those who you feel like everybody should know the answer to on Nation's Dumbest. Episode 2 of Nation's Dumbest is tonight. You want to watch it. It's funny and kind of harder than you think. Wednesday night on Fox's appointment viewing with an all-new episode of Master Chef, followed by a new game show called Nation's Dumbest. It's a show that nobody wants to win. The goal is to graduate and get off the show quickly. And last week's first episode of Nation's Dumbest, the challenges and trivia questions were harder than I thought they were going to be. If I were on the show, I'd be back for tonight's second episode. I would have been sent back to the classroom and hanging out with, Carmen Electra, Ice-T, Hilario Baldwin, Dr. Drew. You would expect the perceived smart ones to dominate the show. That wasn't the case in episode 1, which is why tonight I can't wait to see what happens. Elle King, the singer, proved she is not the nation's dumbest. She was the first celebrity to graduate from the show. She had a final showdown against presidential candidate Andrew Yang, and she was actually surprised. She was the first to leave the show. So was Yang. He couldn't believe he was coming back for episode 2. The contestants are great. They do a great job of making fun of themselves. And now in its 16th season, Master Chef is a competition among amateur and home chefs hosted and co-judged by Gordon Ramsay for the chance to win big money and the title of the next Master Chef. Wednesday nights this summer on Fox is the place for you and the family to be for exciting and entertaining reality competition TV. So don't miss Nation's Dumbest, airing tonight at 8, following an all-new episode of Master Chef at 7, only on Fox San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
If alcohol or drug use is hurting you or someone you love, you are not alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. There is help, there is hope. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741 or visit cicada.org.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Don't miss the live racing action. Friday is the big summer showdown with 6 incredible stakes races. And Saturday is the Retama Park Derby and the over 638,000 TQHA Futurity Race. Enjoy live music every Friday night during the races. Reserve your seat in terrace dining now or save your spot in San Antonio's best sports bar, Clubhouse 95. Visit tickets.retamapark.com for all the details.
I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. What are you waiting for? We want to buy your car right now. Find out why thousands of satisfied customers across the United States put more money in their pocket by going to GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
The Gomez Law Firm is the firm that San Antonio turns to for personal injury law. We have Jose from the Gomez Law Firm here with us. With over 1,200 5-star Google reviews, the Gomez Law Firm is proud of the winning record and results that are attached to these reviews.
We encourage people to go online and look at our review because we want to make sure that you feel comfortable choosing the right attorney. And we assure you, you go to Google and look up our reviews, you're going to be satisfied.
It's important to hire an attorney you can trust, and the reviews speak for themselves. The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted provider of personal injury law since 1973.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
The Gomez Law Firm continues to fight for our San Antonio community, and the results matter. If you've been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then contact them today at joegomezlaw.com. That's joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used a trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Had an opportunity to do something today, Minix, that it's kind of cool. I won't lie to you. You know, I get a little nervous about it. First of all, I'm driving down the street and I see a Rolls Royce behind me.
Okay.
And that's just, I think if I owned a Rolls Royce, I would never drive it.
Then what's the point?
Well, exactly. I can't afford it, so I'll never have to worry about that. But I got to get in a couple of cars today. One a Lamborghini, which is awesome, and then an Audi. It's I don't know, something they don't make anymore.
The R8?
I guess that's what it's called. Just badass cars.
Thanks for calling and saying, hey, do you want to go drive some cool cars today?
Badass cars. It was incredible.
All right, so why were you doing this?
Well, I'll tell you more about that as we come on. We had a great new sponsor coming on board.
Uh-huh.
And so I'll let everybody know what that's all about and how they can.
They let you drive the Lamborghini.
Absolutely. I had to take a drug test and a sobriety test before I got in, but I passed.
That's incredibly crap. I know better than that.
What, did I pass or I had to take the test?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
If you had to take the test, you didn't pass.
No, we got a great new sponsor coming on, so there'll be more on that coming up in a little while. You can actually get behind the wheel of one of those fancy, schwanky automobiles as well.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So, yeah, it's been a fun day already for me. How about you?
Yeah, it's a great day, my friend.
I can tell. I can tell.
What do you mean you can tell?
Well, I mean, you just a thrill a minute. I mean, you don't seem too happy today, Minix. It's my anniversary. If that's what you're asking. It is happy anniversary. 31 years. Does that depress you? Or
no, not at all. But if you're asking if the wife was late to work today, yes. But I don't know if we're getting into that now.
Well,
right?
no, we don't. I don't want to even get anywhere close to that because I don't care. That's assumed. But congratulations.
Yeah.
No, that's a hell of an accomplishment.
You know what? You know what is crazy though, and this is what I love about Facebook memories. One, there's good and there's bad, and on your anniversary, there's a lot of those. I can't believe she put up with me for 18 years and 23 years and 31 years now.
Yeah.
1 year ago today, Ozzy Osbourne passed away.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Right? And so we're going to have to play a lot of Ozzy today, Pledge. Little disappointed you just didn't do that on your own. But also, according to my Facebook memories, and why I did this on my anniversary is beyond me, but 16 years ago today, I got snipped live on the radio.
Wow.
It worked. No kid since.
Well, I'm glad it did. I just wonder why, because there was no YouTube back then. So it was all on the radio.
No, there's video. There's YouTube.
Video.
Yeah.
There was YouTube? 16 years ago.
16 years ago.
Wow.
You think about, there was Facebook 16 years ago, sir.
Okay.
Because it's on my Facebook memories. It's interesting because, Ben Bailey, who still works here, was in the room. Guy named Richard was the engineer. I'm sure Greg Shelton was probably there. A lot of people. Dr. Talley, Whacker.
Oh, I'm sure that Shelton was there. He had to run everything.
Yeah.
YouTube was actually founded on February 14th, 2005.
See?
So 16 years. Yeah, it was there. How about that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I was just checking because I didn't know when it was, and it was back in 2005 on Valentine's Day. Isn't that sweet?
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Two great dicks.
Big mess up today for the Miami Heat, I guess. Somebody leaks out today that there's going to be an announcement that LeBron James is joining the Miami Heat on July 27th. The Heat say that that's not true, that I don't know. They're blah, 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 blah,
Now,
blah, blah.
a couple of things can be true. The idea that the Miami social team was getting everything ready just in case, I could see that.
That's what they're saying.
I mean, that's what they're saying. I mean, trust me, every news outlet has obituary-type stories ready to go just in case a famous person dies.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
That's prepared and ready, right? And knuckleheads that could easily hit live or, I don't know, make it to where it's visible to the public. But there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that isn't available to the public. For example, Joe and I were in a video for the band called Kingdom Collapse, their song called Survivor, which is a great video. You can go on YouTube, you can find it.
Absolutely.
But for about a month, we had access to it. Nobody else could. It wasn't public.
Had to keep it under wraps.
Had to keep it on the wraps. I watched last week before it aired the first episode of Nation's Dumbest. Fox sent me a link that I was able to watch. It's not public. You had to have a passcode to get to it. It was a pain in the ass. But, there's ways that, and you would think that if you're working for a social media team for a professional sports franchise, that you would be a little bit smarter than that to make a mistake like that.
Well,
but
they've all been fired. According to the, who knows, the social media, you never know if that's real or not. But apparently there is an article, a wanted ad or something.
Well, they're hiring for somebody.
Yeah, for a YouTube director.
And maybe they were hiring before this all happened, and now we know why, because the intern that's, hey, man, you got to take care of all this until we find somebody, they realize, oh, we better find somebody now. I don't know if somebody made a colossal mistake, or LeBron is actually going to sign with Miami, and the press conference is going to be Monday.
I wonder what is true. Saw a bunch of stuff about LeBron, and you actually sent something today that this is the longest that he's ever taken to make a decision.
And again, do you believe him? Now, going back through LeBron's history in free agency, in 2010, it took him 7 days. In 2014, 10 days. In 2018, 16 hours. And now this year, we're at 20 days and counting. Now, if you believe what happened last night with the Miami Heat, that they're getting everything ready, and he's going there and everybody knows and they're going to announce it, all right, maybe the decision's been made but not announced. Or was it a mistake? And honestly, I'm about 51-49 that was a mistake. Because I could see how that could happen.
So I could too, but so do you think, I don't know, does Cleveland have one ready to go? Does Golden State have one ready to go? Does Philadelphia have one ready to go?
Yes.
See, I
mean, I say that, now, James, you handle all the YouTube stuff for what we do.
I've gone live early once.
And how easy would it be to make a mistake like what they made?
Easy. Earlier today, I accidentally put y'all's thumbnail on the Extra Innings with Pledge YouTube live before realizing my mistake and fixing it.
Okay. And so I could see how that happens. It's almost like everything is done in advance. When Wemby signed, that long press release that got sent, they didn't start writing it after Wemby signed. It was ready to go. So when it's time, here we go, right? So the Cowboys have, when there's different press conferences, they might have, because the Cowboys are really good at what they do, Scott and that whole crew might already have the instances, I think that's the proper term, ready for like Jerry's State of the Cowboys address, so that when they get to Oxnard, that's already done. And if they accidentally put it live, as opposed to in the, I don't know, the back corner, publish or whatever. Again, that's not my side of the building, but I hear enough to be dangerous. So I could see how this could have happened, but it happened late at night. And
what if somebody from Miami, just one of the people that works there, was just so excited they couldn't contain themselves? Yeah, we got to get this out. This is great news. We're excited. LeBron's coming back to Miami. I'm putting it out there. The hell with waiting.
Then they're out of a job.
Well, they are, but they're probably a kid anyway. They'll be just fine.
Well, and again, you say that, but when you work for an NBA team or any kind of pro sports team, you realize they're just colleagues at that point. Yeah, you're excited and you create relationships with them that are very different, but you understand what the job is. Now, that would never happen with the Spurs.
No, it would never.
But Miami, again, although it did change apparently the odds in Vegas on where he's going.
I don't know where he's going. I don't, at this point, give a damn where he's going. I just wish he would decide so the rest of us could get on with life.
Is he holding up your life?
Well, he's really not.
All right, good. Then
he's really not. But I mean, seriously.
He's got a tough decision.
Dude, he does not.
Where does he want to work?
Okay. The guy's got more money than his great-great-great-grandchildren will ever spend.
Sure.
And props to him for doing it. I'm happy for his success. He's been the face of the NBA forever. And, I mean, just pick a team. This whole waiting now is just getting ridiculously old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is. So if you're excited about it, everybody's talking about it, and it's this, and then now all of a sudden it's like, well, I mean, I think LeBron likes the attention, but eventually that attention's going to go away.
It's not because it's LeBron. And
I don't know.
There's one tweet that I see right here, the word on the street, LeBron saw a shadow, 6 more weeks of waiting.
Yeah, that's great. And who would surprise me? Now, I have heard the date August 6th because I guess that's when, extensions can be signed and stuff like
Anthony
that.
Davis.
So that could very well be true. And so if that's the case, we've got, about 3 more weeks to go.
Yep.
Going to be a long time. In the meantime, LeBron James was the face of the NBA for many, many years. I think the NBA is ready to change that and start making Victor Wembanyama the face of the NBA. He is certainly the face of 2K27 at this moment in time. Shares that honor, obviously, with Caitlin Clark and Derrick Rose.
Now, when I look at this cover, I don't know anything about video games. I'm not a gamer. Pledge on the thumbnail AI thing that you made for our YouTube page, which you can access through sasportstar.com. You've got Joe and I looking shocked and upset. Is there a basketball version of the 2K curse like there is in football?
Luckily, there is not.
All right, good. So why do we look scared or surprised on that thumbnail?
Surprised.
Oh, that's surprised, not scared.
It looks scared.
I thought it was scared. I was like, is there a jinx in basketball I don't know about?
No, there's no Madden curse.
Okay. That's the term.
Madden curse. So, well, let's hope not, because then Caleb Williams has got that honor this year, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
he's on that cover of that. Yeah, he is.
Melted ice.
Well, interesting. It's a great picture of Wemby, and is Wemby a gamer?
He's a kid.
I don't know if he is or not. I'm not sure. I would assume that he is, but I won't assume that. But it's got to be a great honor.
Sure.
MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, cover boy. I mean, that's all on the list.
He didn't win MVP.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
No. That's coming.
Sure.
And it's going to cost him $50 million when he does.
He's good with that.
He's okay with that?
Yeah.
Well, somebody else that is worth about $50 million, R.J. Ochjoa. I jest. He does have a little website called Bloggin the Boys, though.
He does.
That he is the managing editor of.
That's worth $50 million.
And he's going to talk to us and join us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I want to tell you about Stevens Roofing. Oh, I love this company. I love the family. First and foremost, it is a family-owned company, a local company, and the family, you talk about good people. They're just good people. And they've been in business a long time. In fact, since 1983, And it all started because they want to help people, and that they've been doing that since 1983, and they're still doing it today, saving people a lot of money and doing the work and doing it absolutely right. Look, we've had a lot of rain. Now it's hot. All of that stuff obviously takes its toll on your roof. Get your roof checked out. I want to make sure that everything's okay with it, especially if it's a little bit older, perhaps than, 10 years, 12, 15 years old. Just get it checked out, because if there is a minor problem there, Stevens Roofing and Solar can fix that before it turns into a major problem. 210-785-0994. You call Stevens Roofing and Solar. They'll send a crew out there. They'll check your roof. They'll do it for free and under no obligation, by the way. They'll let you know if there are any problems up there that need to be taken care of. Get it done. Don't put it off. Why worry about it? Let Stevens Roofing and Solar check that out for you so you don't have to worry about it anymore. 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Craving real authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prizes, and fun for the whole family.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
Nobody builds a business without hearing a few reasons it won't work. Too risky, too crowded, too ambitious. But the people who move things forward usually hear those words first. Because growing a business takes more than optimism. It takes nerve, and eventually, a partner built for what's next. That's Next Rodeo. Big thinking, proven creative. For businesses still moving forward. Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want. Meet us at thenextrodeo.com.
San Antonio's playoff headquarters has arrived. Novo Brewery features 80 feet of video walls, craft beers, hard kombucha on tap, and the food menu that means business. Thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And with its own private entrance separate from North Star Mall, no hassle, just you, your crew, and the biggest screens in the city at Novo Brewery. Open late. Visit novobrew.com. Novo Brewery. Come hungry. Stay for the game.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, we are one day closer to kickoff. Might want to start talking about some football, I guess.
Both college and pro, the SEC days are in full effect. Coach Elko on the lectern, and the Cowboys are actually practicing. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
R.I.P. Ozzy. 1 year ago today, man. That is crazy. Ozzy Osbourne. Back on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
The World Cup done. Couple weeks. Cowboys training camp for the Blitz will be in Oxnard, California, a week from this Monday. Cowboys get out there sooner rather than later. RJ Ochjoa from bloggintheboys.com joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Trying to figure out what soccer jersey you're wearing, my friend. I have no idea.
That's Man United, Manchester United, you know. Let's go.
I don't know.
Isn't that where the Norwegian guy plays, or what's his name, the man bun guy?
Holland.
You're very close. He plays for Manchester City.
Okay.
So
all right.
What you just suggested is if like he plays for the Houston Texans.
Okay.
The clear little brother, with all due respect.
All
to
right.
Manchester
All right.
City.
Okay.
Well played. See, everybody can understand exactly what you mean. There's a Man U and a Man City. Nobody knows about Man City.
That's right. I mean, just the fact that they've been dominating the English Premier League for the last 10-ish years, they really have been more dominant than the Chiefs. You could argue than the Patriots ever were within a specific just 10-year run. But yeah, nobody in the country that matters, knows who they are. What a bunch of losers.
Well, I don't know why. I didn't know about it. Did you?
You don't know what he's talking about, do you?
About Manchester
City?
Yeah.
Yeah. No idea.
Google it.
Well, I don't want to Google it because I really don't care, RJ. So it's like I'm glad. Are they playing right now? Is that why you're wearing the jersey or whatever they call that thing?
It's called a kit.
A kit.
And no, I just I've got some black shorts on, so it just kind of was the outfit that made sense today. Really, I've got black flip flops on. If you're curious, I won't tell you what color the undergarments are, but.
They're
some
white.
things you got to leave to the imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why a Man U jersey instead of a Man City if Man City dominates? You're a bandwagon guy.
That's actually not true. My soccer fandom started early, actually, in my time with you all, and it started because of this. My dad, Jason, you know this, worked for Kohler. He's since retired, and they became the sleeve sponsor for Man United in 2018. That was obviously after a World Cup, and I at that time I'd been bitten by the bug and was like, I want to get into this, and Kohler had just sponsored Manchester United, so I was like, that's my team. So obviously you pick a team, and that's been my squad ever since.
Wow. Okay,
pretty defensible reason. Y'all didn't expect that, did you?
No. No, they got a toilet sponsor, huh?
Yeah, that's
porcelain
nice.
and sinks, great sinks. Let's talk some Cowboys. It is so bizarre, and we've talked about this a couple of times, how, undramatic the drama-free offseason it's been for the Cowboys. But as camp gets ready, there are some serious questions. And the top 100, these lists, all that are coming out, loaded with Cowboys. You got different people. I mean, Ryan Clark was talking about Cowboys and Super Bowl right before he got fired the other day by ESPN. I mean, the outlook on the season is great for a team that hasn't made the postseason in 2 years, yet there are still some very legitimate questions going into training camp. From your seat with bloggintheboys.com and the traffic that you guys getting, what are some of the questions or comments that you guys are getting the most over there as the Cowboys get ready to head to Oxnard?
Yeah, so we have a discussion area on our site. It's called The Feed, and it sort of operates like Reddit, where people can have these conversations as they see fit. And I like to kind of start a prompt every day, just kind of stir the pot of discussion. I asked people actually yesterday, I said, what's one thing you hope you're wrong about? I think that that's an interesting way to kind of look at the team, and, because it's something that you believe in, something that you really hope that you don't believe in full sincerity comes the time for the season to get going. And most people are terrified of the cornerback room, because right now on paper, right, on your proverbial two deep, you've got an answer. It's Deron Bland and Savon Ravel and Kobe Durant or Caleb Downs, whoever is playing nickel and whoever's wearing number 2, if they're able to sort that out. But these are players who carry serious questions. Deron Bland has had injury concerns himself, and was the primary financial beneficiary of the Cowboys trading away Micah Parsons, because they had to do something to make everybody feel like they were, in charge of this actual team. And so they gave Deron an extension, and good for him and his future generations. And Savon Ravel, while he carried an enormous amount of hype and prospect last year, with being the 3rd-round pick out of East Carolina, and everybody talked about the Michigan game that he had in 2024. Was coming off a torn ACL, and I think that those things, like, they just carry so many ifs. If Deron Bland is healthy, if he returns to his full and proper form, if Savon Ravel is healthy, if he catches up to the NFL level. And I don't know, maybe because this is the position the Cowboys have addressed the least over the offseason. We've seen them pour into their pass rush. We've seen them obviously pour into linebacker by drafting Jay Sean Barham and trading for D. Winters. They didn't really touch corner, right? Like, this was the one area where they just, didn't bring in anybody new. And maybe they fully believe. Maybe it's just, Christian Parker will fix that. Christian Parker could turn Jason and Joe into proper boundary corners for the Dallas Cowboys. That's simply how good he is. And so maybe Deron Bland and Savon Ravel are this year's Jason and Joe. Random names, not you guys.
Well, of course not. I know, because we're already all pros here. So, yeah, we don't need fixing. I want to talk to you about something. I'm sure you've seen this. Dallas Morning News has an interesting article today, RJ, and it's talking about how they think the roster is going to shake out. And some of them are notable cuts. But I want to start with the quarterback position, because according to the Dallas Morning News, at least their prediction is, they have Sam Howell beating out Joe Milton. And I'm curious to think how you see that, and I'm wondering why they would do that, to be honest with you. Is it just experience?
Yeah, I mean, Sam Howell has a full NFL season of starts under his belt. Joe Milton doesn't. Joe Milton has played NFL regular season games for like 15 total minutes. And that matters. And I think that the context of when the backup or how the backup is called upon really matters, right? Like, do I need you to come in a relief situation? Dak is hurt this game and you've got to finish the 4th quarter. Or is it Dak's going to miss this game? He's going to miss these 2 games, as opposed to Dak is done for the season. All those things affect, obviously, who you'd rather have. And I think Joe Milton is the greater lottery ticket, right? Like, you wouldn't, if you had to have somebody go out and play 10, 12 games, then maybe Joe Milton is that guy. Maybe that athleticism can really be translated into something that you can benefit from as a team. But you just need someone to drive the bus. I don't think there's any question that Sam Howell is that guy. And if he wasn't, there's no way the Cowboys would have gone out and gotten him. I understand that, and I know Joe, who wrote that article, isn't saying the Cowboys paid anything serious from a financial perspective to bring Sam Howell in. But they brought in somebody with skins on the wall, knowing that the guy who holds the job doesn't have a single one. And so, I think that matters. And I think it matters that Sam Howell has also played for a dysfunctional franchise in Washington. He was also, speaking of Deron Bland, the one who threw that record-breaking interception that was returned for the touchdown on Thanksgiving Day. So he's got a bit of Cowboys lore already. But I'm in agreement. I think this is Sam Howell's job to lose. I don't think Joe Milton is in danger of losing his job or his space on the team. NFL rules nowadays are conducive to carrying 3 quarterbacks on your roster, but I think Sam Howell's probably QB2 when training camp is all said and done.
And I agree with that, and I think I said something similar when they brought him in. Milton is clearly a developmental guy, but bringing in a guy like Sam Howell, and if he is QB2, then it tells me that the front office believes this team has a chance to win. And if Dak does miss a game or two, they need somebody that can actually go win the game, not a project like what you would have with Milton. And to me, it's more of a sense of how serious the front office thinks this roster is as far as being a playoff caliber roster, that they don't want to give away a game or two if Dak gets hurt.
Yeah, and look, Sam is, it should be noted, somebody who's been good at different points, relatively speaking, as far as being a backup is concerned. And to your point, Jason, they wouldn't have done that if they were like, hey, dude, we anticipate 7 wins being the ceiling here, and we just want you in the event of that particular emergency. I mean, look, Cooper Rush, and I will be the first to say I doubted it, and I killed this team for carrying him. And because he was that guy. He was Joe Milton. He was the player who didn't have that experience, obviously, in actual NFL games, and it worked out for the team. But he came in 2021, that actual relief situation, and won that Sunday night game in Minnesota. He came in for 5 games in 2022, and they went 4-1. And those are 2 of the more recently successful teams in recent Cowboys history. And they don't have the successes they did. They don't, have the NFC East title in 2021, if not for the job that the backup quarterback did. And while it's great to see Dak Prescott getting his flowers on a national level and being treated and regarded as one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, you can talk about him from an overall standpoint and a macro viewpoint and say, this is a guy who's had to miss some time, right? He's had more seasons that he didn't play fully than ones where he has in recent memory. And so you have to be prepared. And I think that the acquisition of Sam Howell speaks to the Cowboys wanting to be prepared and wanting to be prepared in a way that isn't necessarily with Joe Milton.
All right, let's talk wide receiver because I find that interesting too. And again, I think the Cowboys have had some successes in some of the things that they've done, but obviously they've had some failures too. And it looks like Jonathan Mingo is going to be one of those guys. Another 4th-round pick out the window when you're talking about this guy. And I'm not here to bash the Cowboys for that, but it is unfortunate. Valdez-Scantling, another one the Dallas Morning News believes is going to be cut as well. And Ryan Flournoy, they believe, will be that 3rd guy. So to me, that's a little bit interesting. And how good do you feel after CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens?
I feel fantastic about Ryan Flournoy. I think that, we use terms like 1A and 1B when you talk about duos like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
Which is stupid, by the way, which is fine. Go ahead. It's stupid, RJ. It's dumb. CeeDee Lamb is 1. George Pickens is 2. All right, can we just stop right there?
I'm not the person who coined the terminology, just so we're all clear here. But that being said, in the spirit of the dumb and stupid terminology, I do think that we should evaluate Ryan Flournoy as a 2B, so to speak. From the unique perspective of, look, I don't know that any of us are confident that George Pickens is going to be on this team next season, right? Like, my point is you have to already be grooming CeeDee Lamb's future wingman or George Pickens' future wingman if you think, this team is maybe going to move on from CeeDee Lamb. And that's my point. I think that Ryan Flournoy, there is an established 2027 1 on this team, whether it's CeeDee or George, and I think the 2027 2 is probably Ryan Flournoy, assuming one of CeeDee or George, probably George, is moved on for a draft capital, sort of gain. That being said, after that, I don't feel great. I think MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, is an interesting name, but a guy who's bounced around and nothing worth writing home about. You did not want to bash the Cowboys for the Jonathan Mingo thing. You absolutely should. Like, that was dumber than the 1A, 1B thing. That was simply that was a child throwing a tantrum. That was Bryson DeChambeau, just refusing to play at the Open Championship last weekend. It was just ridiculously petulant. Here we go. It was the Cowboys just trying to stay relevant and fight off all the actions of their poor decisions. Interestingly enough, as much lack of faith as I have in the Cowboys down the roster, and look, if your big issue is you don't feel great about wide receiver 4 and wide receiver 5, I think you've got pretty good problems. But I still don't think that Kevontae Turpin is one of the 5 best wide receivers on this team. I think I'd still rather carry Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Like, Kevontae just doesn't, to me, offer anything significant from a receiving standpoint to where I feel like I have to carry him. And that's why if someone like Jaden Blue can prove to be an effective returner, I also think that Kevontae Turpin's a name to watch as far as roster cuts or hypothetical roster cuts are concerned.
Interesting.
And I'm with you there because the special, like Marquise Bell is on the cutting floor for Joseph Hoyt, but what he does on special teams likely keeps him on this team. But if they can find somebody else to do it, and they've got to get creative with Turpin, not just run jet sweep like they did, Jason Garrett. I guys, in here comes the jet sweep. And Turpin, to your point, He's flashed at wide receiver, but can you be more effective with them? I'm curious, RJ. Joe and I were talking earlier, and I said, all of us could probably name, I said 10. I need to probably adjust that to 5 or 6 players on every team out there. All 32, we could probably name, 6 to 10 guys, right? But nobody knows 25 or 30, and hell, there's probably some diehard Cowboy fans that couldn't name 25 guys that are currently on the roster. But is there a name going into training camp that isn't well known today that you think fans should know?
Oh, I love this question. Best question of the month goes to Jason Minix, a new award that I've created here for my appearances on the show. Hey, Joe, get better. You know what I'm saying? That's my challenge to you. Anyway, I'm going to say I have 2. I have one on offense, one on defense. And I like this type of question because it isn't necessarily representative of somebody who may be good. It's about opportunity, right? Like, where's the opportunity for someone to flash and absorb opportunity because it's there because the position sucks? And so at linebacker, I think everybody's obviously rightfully, interested in D. Winters, but we have no idea what that's going to look like. Shamar James, second-year player out of the University of Florida, one of the greatest universities in the world.
Here we go.
Commanded a lot of snaps at that position last year and is someone who has worn the green dot before. And again, the reality of the group is just somebody has to do it, right? Like, somebody has to play that position. I don't know that DeMarvion Overshown is going to be taking a lot of training camp snaps. He could also, to your earlier point, Jason, be the Marquise Bell replacement on special teams. I think he's someone who people develop a knowledge basis of. And on the other side of the ball, I mentioned Jaden Blue. I'm not as, firmly on that bandwagon as a lot of people are. There's a reason he fell out of favor with the coaching staff last year. New year, new slate, all that jazz. But Phil Maffa was the other running back who the Cowboys drafted last year out of Clemson, and it's kind of that bruiser type, that Marion Barber type player. And obviously that's somewhat Javonte Williams' style, but I think that the Cowboys are going to have to develop secondary point of attack on the ground, and I really think that Phil Maffa is more suited to be that guy. Jaden Blue is more of your flash, more of your player in the passing game. I don't know how well he'll hold up in pass protection, and so Phil Maffa is the more physical player I could see benefiting in that particular respect. And because he's playing a skill position, because he's scoring touchdowns in the preseason, I definitely think he's somebody who people are going to have on their radar.
I find that interesting and good answer there. I think both of those guys have an opportunity to do that. But I remember it was last year, Jason, right, in training camp where Jay Toya was the flashy name. Everybody thought Jay Toya, could he take over here? Could he do that? And now he's one of the guys that, according to the Dallas Morning News, could very well be cut. I just don't know. Some of these guys that look good or come out and just everybody loves them in training camp, and then they just kind of fall off the radar.
I think that speaks to my point. Not that I'm awesome. I am, but the point here is that Jay Toia plays defensive tackle. And a year ago at this specific point in time, Kenny Clark wasn't even on the Cowboys roster, right? Like, a year ago at this time, had such limited options at defensive tackle, which is sort of my Shamar James point right now. But in the time since then, they obviously acquired Kenny Clark in the Micah Parsons trade. They traded for Quinnen Williams as well. Mm-hmm. They brought in Otito Ogbonia over this offseason. So they've just naturally kind of pushed Jay Toia further and further down. So to your point, Joe, he's sort of now where he rightfully belongs relative to the context of what's around him. And maybe that's the case with Shamar James this time next year. Maybe the Cowboys have brought in somebody else at linebacker. They've tried, obviously, Azeez Al-Shaair, Jordan Brooks, both dudes who got new deals. But maybe they draft somebody. Who knows? My point is, right now in 2026, the opportunity is there, and that's why I think he's suited to capitalize on it at this particular moment in time.
And I think one of the things with Jay Toia is not that he became a bad player, but last year that was one of the weaker position groups on the Cowboys defense, and dare I say that might be one of the best position groups in the entire NFL now, with everybody that RJ just mentioned that they brought in that weren't in Oxnard last year.
Well, and it's such a surplus to that point that they were able even to trade away Osa Adikizua. It is one of the strengths of this team when it's been a position that they've ignored for a long time.
Going to be interesting to see what happens just in less than a week for the Cowboys to reporting. Us, we're
2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks out from heading to Oxnard.
Sweatshirts and hoodies are ready.
That's it.
RJ Ochjoa, bloggintheboys.com. Appreciate you, my friend.
I hope the Rudder Room's ready to start a tab for you guys.
They know we're coming.
Yep.
They've reserved that bench. It's ready. RJ Ochjoa from bloggingtheboys.com on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com.
Well, good stuff from RJ Ochjoa, and I'm really getting excited about the NFL. A couple more teams kick off training camp today. Cowboys will report to Oxnard on Monday, and then, of course, Jason and I will report to Oxnard a week from Monday, and we'll be on the air there for the Blitz. Coming up, well, that day and all
August
that week.
3rd.
Yes.
August
Is that
3rd.
when it is?
That,
August 3rd? Perfect. Through the what? 6th, 5th, 8th, 9th?
7th.
Whatever it is.
It's a
we'll
whole
be
week.
there. Hey, when we come back, you
Good
know,
Lord.
sometimes it's just better to be lucky than anything else. And we've got a great example of that coming up. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries do happen. When they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area, they have extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
The greatest shopping event of the summer is here. Macy's Black Friday and July sale is back, where you'll find 40 to 60% savings on all the hottest summer fashion and more. Don't wait. Get first dibs on everything you love about Black Friday shopping, from unbeatable sales across the store to curated styles for the season at lower than low prices. Head to Macy's now for a fun-filled holiday shopping adventure smack dab in the middle of summer. It's the can't-miss sale of the month, Black Friday and July at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month with Window Nation at 50% off all window styles. Yes, 50% off new, beautiful, energy-efficient windows, plus 0 down, 0 interest, and no payments for 2 years. Call now, 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the NFL is doing just fine money-wise. The league announced their revenue for 2025 clocked in at a whopping $14.5 billion. Or make that $450 million per team, which is more than the combined totals of the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the NHL combined. Victor Wembanyama is a cover boy today. He's going to grace the cover of the standard edition of the NBA 2K27.
SportsCenter brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody. Oh, I hope you're having a good hump day. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, thanks for spending a little time with us here on The Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. This is my favorite day. Hump day. And Jason Minix, who it has become his favorite day.
Really?
Hump day.
Huh.
Yes.
Huh.
He is a camel lover now.
I'm a camel jockey, retired.
Uh-huh,
Camel jockey.
Camel lover.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a bit of a stretch.
Of course.
A little bit of a stretch.
That's what we do here, my friend.
No.
Yes,
no,
it is.
No.
It is. By the way, Minix, happy anniversary to you and your beautiful wife, Joanna.
Thank you.
Long time. How many years?
31.
31 years.
31 years.
That is just proof that angels walk the earth. Way to go, Joanna.
She is so fortunate, isn't she? Don't tell her I said
gracious. That. Goodness gracious.
She knows better. 31 years.
Yes, that's incredible, man. That deserves an applause. Congratulations.
You know, I do find it interesting. You celebrate an anniversary. Like birthday, everybody says happy birthday. Anniversary, everybody congratulates you. Is it for making it, not getting killed or killing somebody? I mean, I always find it interesting that you get congratulated on an anniversary. You know, when you get married, all right, congratulations, you've married, but you know, on your anniversary, it's congrats. It's like she hadn't killed me yet. I mean, it's I've survived.
Yeah, well, that's exactly why we're congratulating you today. Look, marriage is hard. I know that better than anybody. And so it's hard. And so, you know, to go 31 years, my brother and his beautiful wife just celebrated somewhere in that neighborhood. I want to say it's maybe 35, but, you know, they've stood it out as well. And so it's tough. It deserves a congratulations.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate it. And it's interesting because I know Jeff Traylor is going to be on the Blitz tomorrow afternoon, and he'll be down in Florida at the American Media Days. He just posted the other day that it was his anniversary, 35 years. And he posted a photo. And he's like, yeah, I had hair. And you and I were looking at it. Jeff Traylor, 35 years ago, looks like Larry Hill.
He looks exactly like Larry Hill.
Go find that photo that Jeff tweeted.
Yes.
That's Larry Hill.
It is. It is. I'm not. Did somebody superimpose Coach Hill's face over Coach Traylor? I'm not sure, but I look good with hair.
It does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What were you about to say?
I can't wait to talk to him about that and see if he's ever thought that.
That the picture looks like Larry Hill?
Yeah. Because I know he knows Larry Hill very well.
Sure.
They talk all the time, obviously, for a variety of reasons, but I wonder what Larry Hill thinks about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't asked Larry.
No, we haven't. We should, though. He'll win another state championship this year, and we'll have him on, and we'll ask him.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing it at Smithson Valley. You got to love it.
They are. It's incredible. But, man, you know, as we get ready for the high school, the realignment, their district now is stupid. I mean, they basically are playing all the Austin schools.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's awful. Well, I say awful. It's awful for me, and it's all about me, right?
Of course.
When I'm putting together the high school football schedule, and you want to get a Smithson Valley game in, and you can't, right?
Why can't you?
Well, because they play a bunch of Austin schools. That's not really good for our audience.
Yeah, but it's Smithson Valley. That's okay.
It's not. You know, I try to get our games of the week to be, I don't know, interesting for both schools, right?
I guess, Minix, you know, if you want to do that, I just, you know, have a good matchup.
Well, I was like, all right, man, I can't wait to do Smithson Valley Piper. They don't play. They don't play each other.
They don't, huh?
No, and like I know Smithson Valley does have a good game. It's on a Thursday. We only do Friday games. There's a bunch of that. So.
Well, there's a lot of good football in San Antonio.
Yeah, there is. We're not that far away from high school
football. Not at all, man. Not at all.
Not that far away.
Yep.
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novo Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
You know, there are times where, you know, the old phrase, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Uh-huh.
Or I know my mom passed away a couple of months ago, and the estate sale's coming up, and one of the more frustrating things is finding out that, you know, what you think is worth something isn't. Right? But you have no real idea until you start going through this process. A 19-year-old was at a thrift store, and of all places, Portland. And there's a great news story. We'll let the news guy tell it.
Maybe the greatest thrift store find of all time. Quinn Brown, 19 years old, has resold thousands of items online over the years, most for less than $20. But earlier this year, going through the bins at a Goodwill near Portland, Oregon, he noticed this. Somehow or another, NBA great Wilt Chamberlain's Lakers warm-up jacket from the 72 NBA Finals had ended up for sale in Oregon for $3.07. Here's Brown.
The really key moment for me was I was in my room and I looked at the measurements of the jacket. Wilt Chamberlain being 7'1", the jacket measured 33 inches long, so would have gone down almost to my knees. I looked at it and it matched up.
Smart kid. When Brown posted his discovery online, Sotheby's reached out, helped with the forensic investigation, matching the stitches on the jacket to old pictures of it, and then put it up for auction. And that $3 thrift store find just sold for nearly $90,000, putting the jacket into the pantheon of bargain finds, including a Declaration of Independence copy found at a flea market, and this 1,000-year-old Chinese bowl sold at a garage sale, both worth millions, by the way. As for Brown, he says he plans to put most of his windfall into savings, but also celebrate by taking what he calls a cheap vacation to Vietnam. Let us know how the thrift stores are.
Mm-hmm.
To Vietnam.
Hey, dude, Vietnam's an incredible place now.
I'm sure it is, but I've never thought about saying, hey, honey, let's go to Vietnam on vacation.
I was that way until I was working with Dat Nguyen, and he was telling me about the development over there. And
I'm sure it's great.
It's become that kind of place. Yeah, incredible. But, you know, he was probably measuring that thing, trying to get it ready for eBay, and realized, well, this thing is really big.
Somebody really tall wore this.
Yeah. $90,000.
Yeah, I want to be happy for this 19-year-old kid, but I hate him. I hate him.
Yeah, I got to go back and think about everything that we're about to put up for sale in the estate sale. Does Mom have a vase that because, you know, it's like, oh, this could be worth something, and the estate is like $7. What?
Wow.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Want to go Goodwill this weekend?
Yeah, maybe so, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
Well, why not? $3 turns into 90,000.
You know,
I can't even do that in Vegas.
If you're,
he has the other way.
Yeah,
yeah, turn 90 into 3. Yes.
Over time, probably that math works.
Probably does.
40 years of going to Vegas. That's probably about the way the math is working. 60 million people in North America watch the World Cup final.
That's incredible, and that's a Sunday afternoon game that I thought, I don't know. I'd like to ask those 60 million people what they thought about it. I would assume the majority of it, folks liked it. I guess it was just kind of.
It was 60 million in North America. They were probably like you. Well, I had a good nap.
And it was still on, and that's how they get counted on the on the meter.
Yep.
I don't know. Look, I'm happy about that. I really am. I'm thrilled that the World Cup was such a success here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and I think it's great. And I love how all the people from all the other countries loved coming to the United States, especially Texas. And overall, it was a huge success. And I think the United States and everybody that put that on ought to be applauded.
Again, everything great. World Cup was awesome. now we're just ready for football season.
Yes.
You would think that the WNBA would try to capitalize on. They've got this window right now where, unless your baseball team is in it, you've checked out on baseball, right?
Yeah.
So the WNBA could capitalize. Yet, I don't know. Their leadership is just piss poor. I mean, that whole thing with Dan Patrick a couple of weeks ago, and now the Players Association has banned the licensing of the finger point thing that Sophie was doing. Dude, have some fun. Make people watch.
There have been memes of that thing all over the place.
Cash in.
And you know what? Sophia Cunningham has found a niche.
Yep.
I mean, look, because she comes off the bench. She's not a starter, but she's found a niche. Number one being Caitlin Clark's protector in a lot of ways. But she's just kind of that villain now. And she's out there. She's doing what she can. And really making a name for herself, not because of her basketball prowess necessarily, but because of all the stuff that she does off the air. And there's that too, which is I mean, she's easy to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all of that, and so yeah, I agree with this. Why not celebrate stuff like that? Because everybody else is, and maybe you'll get more people to watch your product.
Well, and you think about the finger point. If you're driving down the road and you see a bear on top of a power line, what are you going to do? You're going to be pointing.
Yes.
What the? And that actually happened.
I know. I'm on Highway 56.
Are you calling about a bear?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. It's on the power pole?
Yeah, it's alive.
Yes. Just leave it.
Okay.
I'm not going to get it.
I already called the Game and Fish, and they said there's nothing that they could do. They could go and shoot it, like tranquilize it to get it down, but it's gonna end up, if they do that, then it's gonna fall and could hurt itself. So
Yeah,
just leave it alone.
Let's call the Game and
I'm
Fish.
halfway up the pole right now, lady. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I'm not going to get it. I'm calling you so you can. Well, I call Game and Fish. They could shoot it, but then it'd fall and hurt itself.
You know, I don't know. I've seen this before, and I don't know where this was or how big the county was or the people that are there. But I always said they have those big tarps where you get about, 20 guys around that holding that thing.
It's a bear.
And but you tranquilize the bear, and it falls on the tarp, so it doesn't hurt itself. And then you let it go. So obviously, it's somewhere where there's bears.
You've seen this in a movie, huh?
No. Yeah, I've seen it before. And now it wasn't as big. This bear was pretty big.
And it got up there. It can figure out how to get down. It will get down when it gets hungry.
No, dude, that bear's not coming out. He was screwed. He was like, I don't know what the hell I did or how I got myself into this situation.
I mean, the fire truck isn't going to put a ladder up. I guess they could just put a ladder up there and then leave the truck. See how long it takes them to figure that out.
Why?
Put a pot of honey at the bottom.
Well, sure. But you worry about the bear touching something he shouldn't touch. Right? Yes.
And then you're without power? No AC?
And then the bear's going to fall anyway, and he's going to be...
It's okay. Joe's going to have a trampoline underneath.
He's going to...
You're not getting 20 guys, even if you dart the thing and you're hoping that it passes out. That's the problem. You're hoping that it passes out before it hits the ground.
Well, why wouldn't it? And what's he going to do?
What do you mean?
I mean, if he's got a tranquilizer dart in him, he's not going to do anything.
I mean, if it doesn't take right away.
If it doesn't take.
I mean, I don't know how that works.
Coming from the veterinarian expert over there,
I mean,
he's gone from soccer to animal doctory.
Have you not seen people get 2 or 3 darts before they finally stop? I mean, we see that in movies.
Yeah,
you got the taser gun. Oh crap! I mean.
I don't know.
It's a bear.
I save the bear. What? Poor guy. I mean, look miserable up there.
Again, he was scared. It was a scared bear.
Well, was something chasing him?
It was probably chasing something. Maybe he saw a bird up there and thought, or maybe he's playful. Hey, here's a pole. What's up there? Let me go find out.
Maybe it's
curious
that
bear.
80-year-old pole dancing lady.
Oh, God.
Saw that video.
And talk about needing a tranquilizer.
Oh, my God. I hope the bear survives and is okay. But that would be really strange if you're driving down the street and you see a bear on the top of a utility pole. That would be
I already
crazy.
called the Game and Fish.
Absolutely.
They could shoot it, but it'd fall.
Hey, y'all. It was an Aggie takeover at the SEC meetings today. That is coming up here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I cannot wait to get out to the Golf Club of Texas. Can you imagine how beautiful that golf course looks right now with all the rain we just had? It has got to be just the most pristine golf course in town, without a doubt. Look, it was already that way. It was already lush. It was already just looking great. And then you have all that rain. I can only imagine what it looks like. Got to get out there, got to play some golf, and you need to do the same thing. Look, the Golf Club of Texas, if you can play tomorrow, you can get out there tomorrow. If you can't play this weekend, but you can play on Monday, guess what? The Golf Club of Texas is open. They're ready for you. They're open 7 days a week. Even though it's going to look like a country club, it's not. It is open to the public 7 days a week. And the service out there, you're going to feel like you're at a country club. And then there's the 10 Cup Bar and Grill. It is a fantastic place. So if you've got a tee time, make sure you show up early. You can get some food and beverages before you get out there on the golf course. You can even load up and take some with you and then have dinner when you're done. If you're not playing golf, guess what? The 10 Cup Bar and Grill is there for you. The food is fantastic, and it's not going to break the bank. And, oh, by the way, the 10 Cup Bar and Grill is open until 9 o'clock every single night. And if you can't play golf but you want to practice your game, guess what? They've got a lighted driving range that is open until 11 o'clock every night. So plenty of time to work on your game, plenty of time to get some great food and drink. The Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. Right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90, whether you're headed out there for dinner at the 10 Cup, around with your buddies, your next tournament, go check them out. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon, August 3rd at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Chris's Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health. Your health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's Black.
And Abdallah.
When you speed while driving, you have less time to react to whatever comes across your path.
A sharp turn could take you by surprise. Another car could turn out in front of you. A large truck could brake suddenly.
A pedestrian could be walking their dog, and you won't have time to course correct. The speed limit doesn't just protect you, it protects everyone around you.
So slow down, obey the law, and keep everyone on the road safe. Speeding catches up with you.
Paid for by NHTSA.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Scorching hot deals are here at North Park Chevrolet's Heart of Summer event. Get 0% interest for 60 months on a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom and don't make any payments until October. Or drive home a new 2026 Traverse for just $36,999. Or lease a new 2027 Equinox LT for just $399 a month. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Alexa, play San Antonio Sports Star 94.1. I hope everybody's house just went nuts.
Hey, Alexa, what happens when you rupture a testicle?
Oh, my gosh.
Actually happened last night.
Now, did that happen to Monty Ginobili? They ruptured his testicle, right? So he had to have it removed?
Sure.
I think it was.
I don't know what the medical terms were, but dude last night got hit in the nuts, stayed in, got a hit, then went and had emergency surgery after.
Dude, that's a man right there. I'm going to tell you what. You get a ruptured testicle, I'm crying like a baby for days.
Dude, I mean, I got to send this to our engineer, Halen, the domer. Now, I haven't seen Halen in a while. I don't know where he's been, what he's been doing. I have no idea. He's not the kind of guy you see every day, right? You only generally look for him if something's broke. He was walking down the hall and was like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Man, how's everything with you? Dude, I've got 6 kidney stones. I'm going to have surgery on one. I'm like, all right, man. I'm going to enjoy this kolache. Well, I mean, this is like you're just looking for people to tell. So what are you looking for, sympathy?
Well, I guess the fact that he's here with 6 kidney stones. Dude, that's and I'll do a quick story.
Oh, here we go.
My photographer, Marcus Floyd, he was at the Alamo Dome shooting something and apparently had a kidney stone, and it knocked him on his ass.
Sure.
He couldn't get up. Now, that might have been Marcus just being lazy and didn't want to work that day. I don't know,
well,
but
that
I'm
was
just
a day
saying.
that ended in wine, right?
I'm just saying, no, those things can be extremely painful. So I don't know how the dude
it's a pebble going through your.
I don't know how that dude is walking around here if he's got 6 of them floating around.
I'm afraid to ask, but If you have to have surgery, how do they do that?
Well, I thought they just took a little like a laser and made them explode so they're easier to come out. Because, dude, they come out your wiener.
Well, that's what I'm like. Well, if they've got to go in and remove it, did they go in through?
I love wieners. Wow.
Marcus just texted, worst pain ever.
Yeah.
I believe it. I'm going to knock on all the wood. I have never had one of those.
Well, I haven't either, knock on wood. But you got to drink a lot of water. A lot of times, people that drink too much soda, and I don't remember Marcus actually drinking a lot of soda.
Yeah,
but,
well, that's what Halen said. I was like, dude, what caused that? I mean, he's young and he's dealt with this before.
Wow. Yeah, I just drink water.
Good for Halen.
Got to drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
And beer. Beer's the same thing, depending on what you drink.
Well, I mean, that's mostly water.
Yeah, I think so.
Good enough.
Absolutely.
You
pee a lot.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's that time of year where you see all the different social media about uniform game. And I thought we were going to get one of the greatest uniform games of the season down in Tampa Bay. And they roll out Baker Mayfield to announce what the Bucs are going to wear.
Don't you just hate it when the classics disappear, like the helmets or the high-top cleats? Or maybe the best darn uniform to ever hit the field. Hi, I'm Baker Mayfield for the 76 jersey, and I'm here to turn those difficult goodbyes into white creamsicle hellos. They say if you love something, set it free. But if it comes back to you, it must be the 76 jersey. So bring yours when the Bucs take on the Chargers December 6th, right here in Tampa Bay. The 76 jersey, backed by popular demand.
All right, great video. He's dressed like the 70s and great. And I'm thinking, all right, that old Buccaneer look. They're playing the Chargers, so all right, the Chargers are on the road. They're going to go with their powder blues.
I hope so.
Would have been the uniform game of the year. Nope. The Los Angeles Chargers, who have a great social media team that would never post about a press conference coming up that isn't. The Chargers might have the best social media team in the NFL. Gold on the road, and it's an old 70s look graphic, but they're going to wear gold jerseys with white pants.
Gold.
Chargers and Buccaneers. So, yeah, they're going with their yellow jersey and white pants.
What the hell?
It could have been the powder blue. I mean, because the Chargers do have one of the best-looking uniforms outside of the Dallas Cowboys, and that would have been
the Cowboys. The uniform is middle of the pack,
dude. It's classic. It's
middle
awesome.
of the pack.
It's the best out there. It's the most recognizable. But the Chargers have I love the Chargers look, except for when they wear yellow pants.
I'm happy they're bringing back the creamsicle. Now they're going to have the Buccaneer guy on the helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that with a knife in its mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the look. And it could have been the powder blue jerseys on the road for the Chargers, but they're going out with the mustard yellow or gold.
What the hell, Chargers? Do better. You know, come on.
Yeah.
The old lightning bolts, that they used to have.
Well, it's still there.
Well, no, but it used to be cheesy looking. I mean, back in the day, it used to be kind of was a cheesy lightning bolt.
Well, I mean, it's modern now, and then they got their number on the helmet.
Yeah.
They think they're Smith & Valley with a lightning bolt.
Just come on. But I'm happy that Tampa Bay's doing that, and maybe might make that game interesting.
I mean,
who knows?
December 6th, and I'm looking at the announcement from the Chargers at 10 a.m. Dude, that's noon in America. 10 a.m. out in L.A.
10 a.m. out in L.A. All right. By the way, if you haven't heard, David Jones-Garcia has signed a two-way deal with the San Antonio Spurs. There was talk he was going to go to Greece, or at least was being offered a deal in Greece, and so he's not going there. Spurs just made it official a few minutes ago that he has signed a two-way deal with the San Antonio Spurs. And before we leave you hanging with this, I'm not sure that Manu ruptured his testicle or not. AI says he suffered a severe testicular injury during a February 2016 game against the New Orleans Pelicans.
He lost a nut. That's ruptured. Whatever it is.
Ryan Anderson is the nut taker. His knee inadvertently caught him in the groin area, forcing him to undergo surgery to repair the damage and sideline. So now I don't know this for a fact, but I always thought Manu lost that testicle. But according to AI, maybe it was repaired, and he still has it.
I've heard Manu say he gave his left one for this organization.
Yes. I don't know. Luckily
it might
for Manu,
just be on the IR forever, but physically still there, just not functional.
Luckily for Manu, he already had both his boys,
Mm-hmm.
so there was no issues there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Real quick on the NBA front. We know that the Portland Trailblazers got bought by a dude that is being cheap as hell.
Yes.
And I know that here in San Antonio, we're apparently looking for a new play-by-play man on television. And our old play-by-play man is looking for a gig. Kevin Calabro tells a Portland Trailblazer in the Oregonian newspaper, at Blazer Freeman, that he is stepping away from his role as the Blazers broadcaster. He's no longer going to call games for Portland. The team and its veteran play-by-play man had been in discussion on a new contract, but he called the offers subprime and has decided to move on. At Blazer Freeman, Joe Freeman says Kevin made it clear he's not retiring. He's going to have conversations set up next week with NBA teams. Depending on how that goes, he's open to freelancing or even calling college games. Quote, I'm not thinking about retirement. I'm thinking, what's the next project?
Well, he doesn't want to work for the Portland Trailblazers.
Well, I think he does. He's been with Portland forever.
I get it,
but apparently the offer was, you've got to be kidding me.
I'm sure.
I'm not working that cheap.
Now that'd be that'd be a pretty good guy to have here in San Antonio.
It would, yes.
Interesting.
And I know somebody looking for a gig.
Well, there you go. They just swap places.
I mean, could you work a trade?
I would not wish that on Jacob Toby, though. I'll be honest with you.
Except for he needs a gig.
Well, I get he needs a gig, but he actually gets paid for.
Well, I mean, there's pay involved.
Well,
there? I'm going to guess that Kevin was making a lot more than Jacob anyway. I don't know that, but Kevin had been there for a while. It'd be like Bill Land being told, yeah, we'd love to have you back, but, at a subprime rate.
Subprime rate. We're going to give you a half a year contract, and we'll renegotiate at the All-Star break.
Tell you what, man, we'll give you $50, a couple of upper-level tickets, and a food voucher.
Exactly.
Yen?
Dude, we laugh, but with that Portland Trailblazer owner.
Yeah, he ain't giving up the food voucher.
I would not put that past him. He's a cheap SOB, that guy, without a doubt. The Aggies aren't cheap, not at all. And they took over the SEC Media Days today. We'll hear from the head coach of the Fighting Texas Aggies, Mike Elko, when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that? Call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747. Or you can even start the bonding process online. Go to mybestbailbonds.com. Whether it's you, a family member, a friend of yours, your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. Of course, they are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas. Services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
You know, there's nothing I hate more than dishonest business practices. So I built the company GiveMeTheVin.com around this slogan. We do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it. At GiveMeTheVin.com, we show up at your house, check in hand, pay off your payoff. It's just that simple. GiveMeTheVin.com. We're the only 5-star BBB rated card buyer out there.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the OrthoNow Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. OrthoNow provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, OrthoNow has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month with Window Nation at 50% off all window styles. Yes, 50% off new, beautiful, energy-efficient windows, plus 0 down, 0 interest, and no payments for 2 years. Call now, 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children. AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, we are one day closer to kickoff. I want to start talking about some football, I guess.
Both college and pro, the SEC days are in full effect. Coach Elko on the lectern, and the Cowboys are actually practicing. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Finally, the SEC media days have some, teams worth talking about.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, you're talking about Kentucky, and you're talking about, I don't know, what these other schools that don't matter.
Well, before we get to A&M, let's talk a little Florida Gators.
Florida Gators?
Well, Nick Saban.
Let me just say one thing to you, John. I'm a Florida resident now, and down there amongst the Gators. And Governor DeSantis is a good friend. You took our former president, Stuart Bell, who's now a Gator.
Yep.
And I want you to know I'm kind of a semi-Gator. So if you don't get your together, I'm going to be in the middle of it.
Let's go.
I just want you to know that.
Coach,
You didn't need any more pressure, did
no, actually, Coach, I really appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
A semi-Gator.
Yeah, John Summerall, the new coach at Florida.
Yeah.
Nick Saban, get your, he said, poop together.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be in the, he name drops the governor and all, you know what I mean? And imagine, like, DeBoer's, given his media availability and Saban's in there taking notes. That's just got to be odd, doesn't it?
Well, sure, it's got to be, especially a new head coach like that. Now that Saban lives in Florida, those guys might be want to look over their back. There might be an opening at Florida State, by the way, after this year.
I mean, look, Nick Saban isn't going to coach again.
No, of course
not. But it's to have that level of influence. It's one thing, all right, you're a Florida resident. It's understandable if you're Kalen DeBoer, you replaced a living legend, right, who could still probably be doing the job, unlike when you replace a legend that can't continue to do the job. It's a little bit different. But to have that guy in the room taking notes while you're talking about how you got embarrassed in the playoff or you didn't live up to expectation, or now you're a young coach and Nick Saban is – get your stuff together.
Yeah.
And I love that Nick, even though he's on television, and he knows he's on television, he does not give a damn.
Well,
if McAfee can say it, so can I.
Look, Saban swings a pretty big one when it comes to football and what's going on around there. So I think he can do whatever he wants. I mean, it's kind of like the LeBron James situation. He's just
It's not like the LeBron James situation.
No, it is that, because he's obviously swinging a bigger one than Adam Silver. We'll talk about that later.
Fair. Mike Elko was on the podium today, and look, it is kind of interesting because this could be a really good year for Texas A&M. They were a playoff team a year ago. Nobody's picking them to win the SEC. They're kind of all over the place on record projections, right? Which honestly, it's where you'd want to be, right? The expectations aren't too high,
right?
That you've got to live up to them, but you should be able to exceed the expectations.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all, I think it's more than middle of the road or mediocre. They're kind of, I guess, tier 2 level expectations because of quarterback play. And that's something that Elko has been battling with Marcel Reed forever, that, Reed really isn't that good of a quarterback. That's kind of the narrative.
Yeah, no, I think the narrative around Marcel has been pretty fair. I think he's evolved into a dual-threat quarterback. I think a lot of people recognize that. I think at his highs, he's an elite quarterback. I think he knows he's got to play at that consistent level, and that's not just him. That's us as an offense. That's blocking, that's running, that's catching, that's everything. And I think we know if we can play at his best consistently, he has an opportunity to hit a really, really high ceiling. And so I think last year there was a narrative that he couldn't throw. I thought that was a little bit unjust. I think this year, I think people have recognized what he's capable of now.
I think Marcel Reed is a very talented athlete. I don't think there's any question about that. Nobody can even debate that. But he is extremely inconsistent. And I think that's got to change this year if the Aggies are going to do anything. There are some plays that he makes and your mouth drops. It's like, wow, that was incredible. And then there's some that go, oh my gosh, what was that? And it's one of those things. If he can become a more consistent quarterback, this Aggie football team can make some noise this year.
Well, and again, when you think about A&M and where they could end up finishing, and again, Marcel Reed has had his moments. But you're right, the inconsistent play. But isn't that, I'm going to say all quarterbacks. I mean, he's not Trinity Chambliss. He's not our Arch, right?
No.
But Elko has done such a great job recruiting. You think about the complete team that is around him, and Reuben Owens at running back, and the run game that they have, and obviously the defense that they have is, it's not wrecking crew level. I don't know that will ever be, but really good. They got some holes that seemingly they have filled. But this should be a really good year for Texas A&M. And again, they were a playoff team a year ago. A funny question and a better answer, I think, from Mike Elko, because somebody said, how do you keep those guys hungry after last year's success?
I show them our trophy case, and it's empty. And I think they're all very aware of that. And so, I think, listen, we live in a lot of worlds, and so we're obviously happy with the things that we accomplished. We're happy with the direction of our program, but it's also not lost on us that we haven't won the hardware that we're searching for. And so, that gets us into a mindset of growth and getting back to work to go finish this thing a little bit better than we did last year and put ourselves in a better position maybe to compete for some trophies.
Yeah, what a great way to handle that, and what a great way to answer that question. That was perfect. I mean, he could have gone on and about this or that, and he's like, hey, we've got an empty trophy case. And that's their motivation. That's what keeps them hungry, because there's nothing in there. And we'd like to put a trophy or two or three in that trophy case. And so, look, Mike Elko was a great hire for Texas A&M. And at the time, we all were kind of rooting for Jeff Traylor or maybe somebody else. But when they hire Elko and he comes in there and he has just changed that culture and everything else about that football team and done a great job. And to me, that was the absolute perfect answer.
When you think, though, because Texas A&M, and let me pull it up real quick, their schedule, they've got a brutal road schedule, if I recall.
They do.
Aren't they at Bama and at LSU?
Yes, they are.
But they do host Texas this year. That game last year that knocked them out of the SEC championship game was up in Austin, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yet they still made the playoffs, but they could have ended up in the SEC championship game. And they do have a really tough home game September 12th against Arizona State. They are at LSU. They host Arkansas. They're at Missouri. They got the Citadel in mid-October.
Wow.
They are at Alabama, at South Carolina. Tennessee is a home game.
At Oklahoma.
And then, of course, the Texas game, November 27th, will be up in College Station.
That's going to be a rocking time at College Station, always is. But a lot of work to do for both of the teams. The Texas schedule is not easy either. So both of those teams have to go through the gauntlet before they meet up on November 27th, and we'll see where the chips fly. If I recall in that preseason rankings of the SEC that we talked about earlier this week, Jason, I think Texas A&M was right there at number 3 behind Georgia and Texas.
Yeah, I want to say you're right, and Phil Steele, when we had him on, had the Aggies 5th in the SEC. And I think some of that is just questions at the quarterback position, but probably, too, some of those road games. And I'd have to go get my Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine to see what they say. But, that A&M is 3 might probably be the highest I've seen them ranked, and 5 or 6 is kind of about average, right? Will they win a game they're not expected to win? Can they, and again, LSU is expected to be good with Lane Kiffin, but it's his first year, although, man, the transfer portal has been worked extremely well by Lane, so we'll see ultimately how good, but can they go in and get a win at LSU? Can they go in and get a win at Oklahoma, which, again, what OU team is going to show up this year? Or going into Alabama, they've got to be able to get one of those huge road wins, one of the 3. I mean, we know they're not going to win all 3, or you'd be, as we sit here in the middle of July, nobody's going to say they're going to win all 3 or have an undefeated season. But if they can get one of those 3 brutal road games, go win one of those, they're going to have a chance to be in the SEC championship game.
Sure. And again, we can sit here and speculate. We can sit here and say what we think is going to happen, who's talented, who's not. At Georgia, Texas, they're always going to be. Georgia, certainly. And they're going to be in the mix. It just comes down to a lot of things. And I think for Texas A&M, it is Marcel Reed. I think he's the key to that football team. If he can play more consistent football this year, then I think you're absolutely right. They can make some noise and be there at the end. It's all Marcel Reed, though. If he continues to play inconsistent football the way he has, then they don't have a chance. And so I just think that's the way it's got to go, and it's all about the quarterback in that situation. So interesting stuff, but it is fun. Sark will talk tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We got coaches galore tomorrow.
Oh, we do. I mean, because SEC Media Day is going on. The American Media Days, they're down in Florida. Jeff Traylor will be on the Blitz tomorrow at 2:30, if I remember correctly.
I believe that is correct.
Clinton Killow, the head coach at UIW, is going to be in studio with us about this time tomorrow at 3:35.
Correct. And then Sarkisian is talking at the SEC Media Day, so obviously we'll hear from him as well. And so lots of football talk coming up on the Blitz tomorrow. I love that.
That time of year?
Absolutely. That is outstanding. The Dallas Cowboys, everybody's got high hopes for the Cowboys. And you wonder, with an article that came out today in the Dallas Morning News, Jason, are they suffering from rich people problems all of a sudden, the Dallas Cowboys? I'll explain that.
It's July.
When we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And being July, America celebrating 250 years of independence, Synergenics, they're celebrating the men who are ready to declare their independence from low testosterone. If you're tired all the time, you're struggling to stay motivated, you're not as strong as you were, you've lost a little bit of your sex drive, it could be low testosterone. Best way for you to get back in the game, go get tested. At Synergenics, the testosterone test is free. And if you need it, their licensed providers are going to create a personalized testosterone replacement therapy plan based on you, your symptoms, your lab work, your health goals. Treatment is also carefully monitored to help you feel great, look great, and live your best life. And for the entire month of July, start TRT, stay on it for 90 days, you'll receive a $250 account credit as part of their 250 for 250 celebration. At Synergenics, most major insurance plans are accepted. They only use non-compounded pharmaceutical-grade testosterone. And again, every treatment plan is for you. It's not one size fits all because no two guys are exactly alike. So you want to get back in the game, you want to feel like you did 20 years ago, don't settle for feeling less than your best. Schedule that free testosterone test today at Synergenics.com. The website, SYNERGENX.com.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
Every day in America, hundreds of thousands of dogs are euthanized for one simple reason: money. Pet shelters sadly don't have the money to feed them. And that's where Puppy Food Bank comes in. They provide shelters all across Texas with free pet food. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a loving donation of just $15 a month. Your donation will allow Puppy Food Bank to send rescue shelters free pet food to help save pet lives. So please, join us.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
You've been entrusted with the keys to an incredible machine. Cars are an impressive feat of engineering that we take for granted every day, getting us from A to B. That's what they do. They take us places. But if you're speeding, you'll go places you never want to be. Getting a speeding ticket might seem like an inconvenience, but in reality, it's better than the alternative. When you speed, you risk your life, your passengers, and everyone else on the road, because speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. No purchase necessary to join. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Only available in permitted states. See T&Cs.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in the state where it's legal to play.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs today announced that they have re-signed David Jones-Garcia to a 2-way contract. Jones-Garcia appeared in 11 games for the Spurs last season, averaging just under 3 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist in 6.2 minutes. And big news for Victor Wembanyama. He gets the cover of NBA 2K27. He joins Caitlin Clark and Derrick Rose as this year's cover athletes.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a good one. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Oh, happy to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon, better known as Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Yes.
Hump Day. It's Aussie Day.
Aussie Day.
We should really be playing more Aussie today, Pledge.
Well.
Send an email.
I actually agree with that because it's been 1 year since Ozzy passed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, you talk about a legend that went till the very end. And we say this about old rockers, like AC/DC. I can't wait for Friday night. AC/DC in the Alamo Dome. I've never seen AC/DC. And everything that I've heard about this tour, they're still bringing it, right? Even at their age. Right? But you think about, like, these musicians, when they quit touring, they die, right?
Yes,
so
they do.
You go to the very end. Ozzy went till the very end. I mean, he had that big festival, and you know, he was there, and a couple weeks later, he was gone. It's hard to imagine. It's been a year.
Well, it really is, and he was one of those guys that just, you know, obviously different, but made his mark for sure in rock and roll, and just a character, that's for sure. I don't know how else to describe the guy.
Unique,
extremely,
but talented. I mean, his music, his style of music, his writing, all of it. And Black Sabbath played their final show in San Antonio, which is kind of cool when you think about it. Their tour was called The End, and this was the final stop in North America. They played here at the it was then the SBC Center, I believe, and it's pretty cool. And being at that show, you wondered, well, Ozzy can't be around much longer. But then again, you wondered, with all the crap that guy did during his life, would he ever actually die?
Yeah, no kidding, right? He may have lasted longer than everybody thought he would.
I mean, we're all, I think, a little surprised that Keith Richards is still with us.
Well, no kidding.
I mean, there's a couple like that. You go, how is that dude still alive?
Well, I don't know. Is he? I'm not sure that he is.
Man, I know I've shared this story before, but 1994, I'm working at KZUB 104 when it was a classic rock station. And the night before the Stones were playing at the Alamo Dome, Keith was supposed to go do an interview with C.J. Cruz, who was the 7 to midnight host, and he no-showed. She was pissed.
Of course.
About 3 o'clock in the morning, the studios for KZUB were downtown off of 9th Street over there by the bridge, just off of Broadway. Not the best neighborhood, if you know what I mean. So there were cameras on the parking lot and on the front door. About 3 o'clock in the morning, a limousine pulls into the studio or into the parking lot, and 6 lovely ladies get out of the limo and Keith. And so I call Chris Winston, who is the program director. I'm like, Chris, Keith is here. It's like, it's 3 in the morning. What do I do? And I'm brand new in the business, right? I've got less than 2 years. He's like, interview him. Have fun. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So he comes in, and dude is not coherent at all. Not at all.
Nor should he be at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And with the lovely ladies that were with him were very coherent. But as soon as we started the interview, man, dude was on. Right? Like the switch was flipped. He was on. Interview's over, and the switch was off. He was incoherent. But my first real big celebrity kind of deal, right? Him and Dennis Rodman. So the next night at the concert, I'm thinking me and Keith know each other now, right? Because we spent 20 minutes together.
Yeah.
And back then, kids, you would be at the show, and there was somebody like me that would write down the songs in order, and as the concert is over, you call the radio station, and you tell them the list, so they would play the songs in order for everybody leaving the show. So I'm backstage, and there's Keith. And, hey, Keith, and that dude had no idea who I was.
No clue who you were.
None.
Probably didn't even remember being at the radio station.
Not at all. I was crushed at the time, honestly. It was like, you've got to be, nothing. No idea.
I just wonder how CJ felt about you doing the interview.
I mean, she got over it.
She got over it?
I mean, yeah.
I know CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It happens.
It does.
It happens.
Hey, what are you going to do? He's a rock star. That's what happens. They make their own rules sometimes.
That's what happens.
Absolutely. Man, it's crazy how I was never stood up like that, I don't think. But just fortunate both of us have just to be able to interview the people that we've been able to interview throughout our careers. And people ask me all the time, who's your favorite? And I don't know.
It's Kobe Bryant.
Well,
for you, it's Kobe Bryant. I'll answer for you. It's Kobe freaking Bryant. And the fact that Kobe knows you by name, recognition, all of that. It's Kobe Bryant.
Well, perhaps. I guess it is. I mean, but Kobe, I mean, it almost got to the point where,
quit calling me.
Interviewing that guy was easy. But I think the most intimidated I ever was, honestly, was Michael Jordan, I have to say. I mean, that was probably... you're sitting there interviewing one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. And I don't know, I interviewed Roger Staubach one time, and not when he was playing, obviously, but and that was kind of intimidating. And so, you some of these big stars that you grow up watching or that you idolize as a fan of the games, and it's just it's crazy. And we've been really fortunate, both of us, in this business to be able to do some of the things we've done.
And again, you create relationships with but they're still you idolize. Troy Aikman for that is for me is that way.
Sure, yeah.
And Roger Staubach, and I'll tell you, Roger, and thanks to USAA and our relationship with USAA and going to the Army-Navy game, I've been very fortunate to have interviewed Roger many times. I still will get nervous. But what freaks me out is his memory is either better than everybody on the planet or his team is really good at prepping him. But when a guy like Roger walks up and, Jason, how you doing? How's Joanna? How's Erica doing? And it's like, dude, how do you know? Because before you do the interview like that, and that's one of the great things, and you learn this in radio versus TV, is it is long form, and you get time before and after to just kind of BS with them and get to know them.
Yeah.
And then you go to events that they're at, and the conversations are casual. Where TV, you see one or two questions, it's pretty quick, and then they're moving on to the next. So the fact that Roger will come up and know your name and remember different things about you, or the various co-hosts that I've had in time is like, oh man, where's Dat? Or Dat's still flipping chickens up there in Fort Worth. Haven't seen him in a while, because that's what Dat would always say. I'm up here flipping chickens with his job at Chick-fil-A, and Roger always remembers that. It's crazy.
Well, and that's cool, and that's, not everybody can do that.
No.
And Roger can. And Marcus Floyd just reminded me that Joe Montana stood us up one time. We were supposed to interview Joe Montana, and we waited a long time for that guy, and he stood us up, and if I recall, and Marcus can probably help me refresh my memory here, but we asked his I think we chased him down the hall. As a matter of fact, he walked away from us.
Well, no wonder.
No. This was after we waited for him for a long time, and it's fuzzy a little bit, but he was the one guy that stood us up, and I was excited about that interview. I think Marcus was too, it's Joe Montana. So yeah,
it's crazy. I think you and I. The only time we've been stood up was by a big DJ named the Diplo. We were in Los Angeles, Super Bowl Radio Row, and neither one of us give a damn about some DJ, but it's some big-time dude named the Diplo.
He was playing or something,
yeah,
right?
But my kid is into DJing, and she still actually writes for a website so she can go to all these festivals for free with it. Yeah, you know what I mean? But she had us prepared for this interview with the Diplo. And so I was pissed because I actually put effort into that one, and so did you, learning it.
We had to.
And he walks up, or he was probably, 20 feet from us, but he was hungry. And so he was going to go try to eat lunch before the interview. And this handler was like, hey, can we... And it was like, no, dude, our schedule's set. We're either doing this now or we're not. And that dude chose chicken fingers over us. So
well,
screw that guy.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Yeah.
The hell with him. I do remember that. He was like, we said, hey, the interview won't take long. Can we interview him? And he'd go eat lunch after that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's got to go eat now. I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, I saw that lunch over there. It ain't all that great.
It's not that good.
You're better off doing the interview and leaving the building.
Dude, how many times?
That gutter dog outside is going to be better than those chicken tenders that they have over there in the room.
How many times have we eaten those damn chicken wings at the Super Bowl?
Every day for a week.
Yeah.
Every day for a week.
It's crazy.
And thank God they've got them, because
that's all there is.
That's all there is. And those little Ike's sandwiches that will show up randomly Thursday or Friday.
The life of media, folks. It's not always glamorous.
No.
I can tell you that.
Yeah,
that
but screw the Diplo.
Yeah. Yeah, screw that dude.
Remember the next year they were like, you want the Diplo? No.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
We said, no, we're good.
No, we're good. Oh, come on.
Nope. Screw you.
Yeah.
We're done.
You're dead to me.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
We should have scheduled him and said, nah, sorry, man, we've got a chicken tender to interview.
Yeah.
We'll do that next year.
Is that him?
I'd rather hear Ozzy.
No kidding.
Yeah, play Ozzy instead.
I'd rather hear anything.
Damn Diplo.
Is he still still popular, going strong, that guy?
Yeah, that dude's massive.
All right,
we should actually get to know him, but we're not.
No, I don't care about him.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Exactly.
We'd take a poll. Does anybody want to hear Diplo? I guarantee it'd be 100-0.
Well, I guarantee you're wrong. John Dyer's asking me on Twitter, please tell me you have the Keith interview audio. Unfortunately, no. And I'm really upset about several of my early days because who knew things, right? So back then, everything is on cassette tapes. And I had it. I've played it for many people back in the 90s. And it was part of my demo reel, actually, when you're trying to get hired places. But it was on a cassette tape. And this was before cameras, and I had no idea, or cell phones and cell phone cameras, and I had no idea, so there's no photo. There are a lot of people that have heard the audio, but all my cassettes, because I'm an idiot, they were stored, and we moved, and it's a big old box of cassettes, and you wonder if you're ever going to go through them, like some of my old Willie interviews and stuff like that when I was at 92.1 in New Braunfels, or like early days with Randy Rogers and Cross Canadian Ragweed and Pat Green and Corey. Wow. All those tapes melted in the attic.
They melted.
I mean, you go try to play them and
yeah, well, I don't even. Are there cassette players around somewhere that you can play those?
I'm sure we could find a cassette player.
Yes, my goodness.
Later things were burned onto CDs, but I don't even know how you play a CD anymore.
I'm not sure how you do that
from
either.
the old days. Kind of sucks. I wish I still had that, to be honest with you, John.
I actually got a CD player.
You have a CD player?
Yeah, remember that's how we got the Ego song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
We found one. It's on a shelf in the back room of why don't we just throw this stuff away? Because we might need it one day.
Well, that's it. You never know. We had at Ken's TV. They still had a reel-to-reel machine, or an old. Because you know how you remember those tapes? They didn't look like 8 tracks, but they were bigger than that. So
Carts.
Carts. There was one machine that they've kept there. I'm assuming it's still there, just in case. Because back in the vault, if you need something from the 70s or 80s. That's how you had to get it.
Well, that's it. And there for a long time, they were called DATs, digital audio tape. They were these fancy, high quality, but you would take your demo reels, if you will, and because that's how you used to get jobs. You would send a CD or a cassette tape in the mail with like 3 or 5 minutes of stuff, right? And but yeah, all my cassettes. You talk about a depressing day. When you play that one, nope, that doesn't work anymore. Nope, that one doesn't work anymore. and I will tell you,
that one works.
Yeah, that's depressing as hell.
That sounds like it was in your attic.
That's my Keith Richards interview.
There it is, right there.
Little incoherent.
Yes.
Hello, Keith. Exactly right. I mean, yeah, all of it.
Funny stuff.
All
man.
of it. But yeah, I mean it. And I can tell you, like my old co-host in New Braunfels, Jody Lisk, when she passed. Their family was like, do you have anything that we can put together? And no, it's all, it pisses you off.
That does. And would y'all do a morning show?
Yeah, for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, memory lane. It's always nice to walk down that occasionally. A lot of good stuff we've been able to do, that is for sure. When we come back, I want to, I want my head to explode. Can we do that?
Sure. We all want your head to explode.
LeBron James
here we go.
Has said something that just really irritates the hell out of me. We'll tell you what that is when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. But first, let me tell you about Window Nation. I love talking about Window Nation because this company not only does great windows, but they do it for a great price as well. Look, if you've been thinking about windows for your house, if you live in an older home, or even if you don't, if it's just bad windows, especially if you're running the air conditioner right now, it's 100 and something degrees outside, and your house just doesn't feel as cool as it should be, could very well be that your windows are not working like they're supposed to work. Right now is a perfect time to change those out. Whether it's 1 window, 2 windows, or 20 windows, doesn't make any difference. Window Nation can take care of you. And right now, that sale I'm talking about, 50% off. 50% off all window styles. So basically, that means you're getting 2 for 1. So you want to replace 2, you only pay for 1. It is an incredible deal. They've also got 0 down payment. No payments or interest for 2 years. You can do your house and not have to worry about starting to pay for that stuff for 2 years. And the price is still going to be the same because there is absolutely no interest. Look, Window Nation they're A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. That's a good thing. They've got a 96% customer satisfaction rating. 5-star reviews, they've got 45,000 of those. They're also a proud partner of the Wounded Warrior Project. All of those things are great things. Look, this sale is not going to last. Oh, it can't. It is just too good. 50% off. That's an incredible deal. You don't want to wait to put an end to your window problems. Get it taken care of, and get it taken care of now. To schedule a fast, free consultation, all you have to do is go to windownation.com. Again, that is windownation.com.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon, August 3rd at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
You know, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Roo Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Roo Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Roo Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
This is Joel Frederick. From all of us at Quarterman, thank you. Through the years and through the growth of this city, you've trusted us to be there when it matters most. For plumbing repairs, air conditioning repairs, new system installs, and so much more. Now, you're going to start seeing a new Quarterman logo. It's a fresh look, but it reflects the same company we've always been. Rooted in hard work, family values, fair pricing, and caring for people the right way. Quartermoon Plumbing, AC, and Heating. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Craft beers, full bar, hard kombucha on tap, a handcrafted food menu, and massive LED screens. Attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Don't miss the live racing action. Friday is the big summer showdown with 6 incredible stakes races. And Saturday is the Retama Park Derby and the over 638,000 TQHA Futurity Race. Enjoy live music every Friday night during the races. Reserve your seat in terrace dining now or save your spot in San Antonio's best sports bar, Clubhouse 95. Visit tickets.retamapark.com for all the details.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Dude, this is crazy. Check out our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Just saw this. Joey Fernandez. Joe's time on KTFM 102.7 morning show was epic. I didn't think anybody would remember that. That was a long time ago, Joey. I appreciate that. That was a lot of fun.
You think of it because that show, because you were doing it with Drex, right?
Drex.
You weren't a part with Joe Nasty, right?
No. It was Drex.
It was just all Drex. Because I know you and I both worked here in the early 90s. Joe Nasty, Mark Allen, Cindy Cassiano were the morning show on KTFM 102.7.
Yeah.
And then when Joe Nasty left,
was it Drex that came in?
I think there was somebody, and then it was Drex and Miss Ree.
Well, it was
and
Sonny
Roberta.
Melendrez, wasn't it?
No, I think Nasty replaced Sonny.
Okay.
Because Sonny
okay.
went over to Tragic 105 right
Okay,
after that.
okay,
For a
okay.
gazillion dollars.
'Cause I started here in 1994 is when my first year. I worked here from 94 to 97.
Yeah, see, I was 93 to late 94 before I went to Ken's.
Yeah.
Went over to Ken's. And in between there, I had weekend gigs at K's Up, and Randy Carroll offered me $1 more an hour to leave K's Up to go to KJ 97. That 1 year I was doing overnights at KJ, which I realized that extra $1 was basically gas, because they used to have their studios in the summer over at Six Flags, and but only from morning until night. So I had to go get all the CDs and the commercials that were all on big carts, load them into the car before my shift, and then had it all set up for Randy's morning show at the time.
Well, I tell you what, good memories. And I appreciate Joey you mentioning that, because that was a lot of fun. It was really my first. Drex taught me so much about this business and just the entertainment side of it, and so I will always appreciate Drex for that. Roberta Varela, Miss Ree.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we had quite the crew back in that day.
Well, and then you think about Woody and all the different things he did, and of course Lyle and Hahn, which I know you used to be on Lyle and Hahn too.
Every Monday and Friday from my house. That was
Good
crazy
times.
too. Really good times.
Jason used to be live from his house too.
I used to be.
During COVID? Sure. That's a little more recent, not old school memories, but yeah.
Felt like a lifetime ago.
Oh, the good old days.
Yes.
Jack Riccardi's the only one that still actually works from home, right? Pags
Joe
has his
Pags
own.
does,
But,
right?
I mean, Pags is over on KTSA, which is in our building, but
I think he's got his own studio there, and
his
he's
whole radio and TV studio, because he's on 300 stations across the country. But he does come into our building to do his podcast. His podcast studio's here.
Oh, is that right?
You don't know?
I did not know that.
Joe goes to the bathroom, the kitchen, and the office in this studio.
Dude, that's it. I mean, every now and then I'll go see Don Cooper in the KTSA studio, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I got no reason. And I'll go see Iris in the, in
and
the
when you need a
reception
paper
area.
clip or
well,
something?
sure, of course, or just to say hello.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people asking about Iris in 103.3 the app. If you're driving around 281 over by Monarch Trophy, that big digital board, there's a great billboard for 103.3 the app that you might scroll through. Yep, that's Iris. You'll also see a billboard for Rob and AJ without pants on.
Well, yeah, and I'm sorry. I hope you don't have an accident seeing that. That might be disturbing.
I mean,
there's another one too, isn't it?
For Bob FM.
Bob FM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is now 102.7.
Now, are those up and running?
I believe they are up and running.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I don't know when we're getting our billboard.
Well, I'm not sure either, but
but we have pants on. Well, actually, that's
yeah.
not true. We have shorts on.
Yes, we do. Hey, look, that's cool that the station is putting some resources into promotion, advertising.
But
That's
you're
a good
going to
thing.
see that billboard for 103.3 the app, which is a great station that you guys should listen to every day except between 2 and 6 p.m.
Exactly.
But I do think when you start winning prizes and you have to come to the office to get them, you're going to see that billboard and really hope that you can win.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Because you got to go see Iris to get your prize.
Well, Iris is she does like a bunch of radio stations throughout the group.
She does. She's all over the country, but she works in our building.
Yeah, she does.
She's awesome.
One of the nicest people you will ever meet in your entire life.
Yep.
I promise you, she is. She's great. So I tell you, who's not one of the nicest people you ever meet? LeBron James.
Here we go.
This is just kind of it's become a swinging contest between him and the NBA, I think. There is a story out today that Pledge was really happy to send me. It's from Bleacher Report, and it says LeBron is reportedly irritated with Adam Silver pushing him for a decision. This is per Andy Baskin. James Camp, it says, was ready to make an announcement last week, but decided to hold off. Now, I don't know. What do you call that? Just throwing a temper tantrum? Between him and Bryson DeChambeau. And,
yeah.
I mean, my goodness, what a couple of babies.
Now, again, LeBron has never taken this long to make a decision. Maybe he was ready, but something happened and he changed his mind. Maybe he really is struggling.
No, he's not.
I'm just saying maybe. I'm not saying I believe it, but maybe. And then, of course, all the, for LeBron hadn't said anything. It's all sources. And his agent is doing a lot of talking, a lot of media. And maybe because where he really wants to go, that there isn't really an offer. So where he wanted to go, if he's coming into free agency, you would like to go here, but if there's no real offer there, now you're deciding for your second option, and that could be a more difficult decision. Then you had what happened with the Miami Heat last night. Posted a YouTube instance for the LeBron introductory press conference on Monday, and they took it down really quick and said it was an accident. And I'm about 51-49 that was an accident, because I can see how you're getting everything ready and, you actually made that public as opposed to private, because all these teams have stuff ready to go. I promise you, ESPN and every outlet has LeBron photoshopped in the uniform where he's going, so when the announcement does come, boom, it's ready to go. All that work is done. That's not a surprise, I think, to many, that in the media business, there's a lot of work for just in case. There's a gazillion stories and stuff ready to go for when somebody passes away when they get to a certain level, right? I mean, so, all right, so-and-so, boom, story is up right away with, but how'd they do that? That's because they worked on it in their free time. So I could see how Miami made that kind of mistake, although it does look like they're hiring for an entire social media department today. So that was a mistake that appears to have cost somebody their gig.
Well, which I think tells you, to me, it kind of opens up. They're firing these people. I mean, if that was an honest mistake, and
it's a mistake that can't happen.
Well, I guess
it's a mistake that can't happen.
But is it because I know it started a firestorm? Everybody thinks now LeBron's going to Miami, but Sham Charania has just reported out that the Houston Rockets are hiring Chip England, former San Antonio Spurs shooting coach.
Well, he's been gone from here a while.
As a new assistant coach on Ime Udoka's staff. So,
again, relationship with Ime back here.
Dude, that guy he's a genius.
He is.
When it comes to shooting.
That sucks.
Yeah, well, it does.
That sucks.
It's good for Houston, though, however.
And that's why it sucks.
Well, sure.
They're
still going to suck. Dude.
Rocket
Come on.
fan.
Rockets are still going to
helped
suck.
Oklahoma City.
Well.
Hey, he was in Oklahoma City. Why is he leaving there?
I don't know. Maybe Ime
he taught
Udoka
SGA how to fall down, and so now he's got to go help a Rocket?
Well, maybe he got more money. Maybe the Rockets offered him a little more coins. That's the way those things work.
Yeah,
dude, that guy is responsible for Tony Parker's shooting revival. Tony couldn't really shoot at the beginning, and then he got with Chip. And, I'll tell you, I'll never forget, because Tony would give Chip a lot of credit. And I'll never forget, I asked to interview Chip England one time, and was politely told no.
By the Spurs? I'm
yes,
shocked.
We don't let assistants do interviews.
It's so bad. It's so.
I'll
so
never
bad.
forget that.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Back to LeBron.
Yep.
What I do love is one team's social media fumble has led to others. The Winnipeg Jets have announced their official YouTube channel has LeBron's introductory press conference scheduled for July 27th, and they've got LeBron in it's a hockey jersey. If you don't know, it says La Press Conference. Don't upload this yet. Making fun of them. The Montreal Expos tweeted out, due to unforeseen circumstances, we have postponed our LeBron James introductory press conference indefinitely. So I'm glad other teams are taking shots at the Miami Heat.
I love it. It's good. It's good fun for everybody. So, but if this story is true from Bleacher Report, dude, that he's just doing it to irritate Adam Silver now, and that a decision was made.
He's irritated that Adam Silver is pushing him to make a decision.
And, I mean, hey, LeBron, I got news for you, buddy. The world doesn't revolve around you. Adam Silver's got a job to do as well. So do the Miami Heat. So do the Golden State Warriors. So does Cleveland.
And if you're LeBron, you don't give a damn. There is no deadline that I have. There's a start line. You've got to sign, or you're eligible to sign starting now. There's nothing that says you have to sign. Like free agency doesn't close. It's not like the portal window that you got this many days while the window is open, right?
Well, true.
I mean, he could take this into December if he wants.
Well, not December.
Well, he could.
Well, I guess he could, but he's not going to do that. Well, who knows? It's LeBron, and if Adam pisses him off again, you never know.
Comment says he's waiting. It draws more betting on the book, but it's not like he gets a cut of that. Maybe he's waiting to see if the Kawhi Leonard deal will get resolved, and maybe the day that gets announced, I don't know if he and Kawhi are tight, but you know what? When that is announced, I'll announce, and I'll steal all your thunder, Kawhi.
Well, I think, Brian, there on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, like to see Kawhi and LeBron go share a beach somewhere. That
Can
would
we
be
get
nice.
this sunk into retirement
Exactly right. Both of those guys just go away. That would be outstanding to see that happen. We'll see what happens. Dude.
What?
I mean, seriously. It's just what the head on this guy. The ego flying around. It's almost as big as mine. It's crazy.
Almost. Not quite.
Not quite,
but
right?
almost. And I'm proud of you, Joey, for admitting that.
Well, I didn't admit it. It was tongue-in-cheek, obviously.
No, that was the most serious thing you've said all day.
I'm a nice guy, Minix. Most humble guy you know.
It's like Kawhi saying he's a fun guy.
Exactly right. We got to take a break. When we come back, there's a list out of the most valuable Dallas Cowboy players going into this season. And a couple of folks on there I'm not sure about. We'll discuss when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I want to talk to you, though, about my Kinetico Quality Water Softener. Love this thing. Had it at my house now for about a year, but it didn't take me that long to realize that it's better than anything else I've ever had. It is incredible, this product. They say it's the best on the market. I know for a fact that it is. Had other water softeners, and they don't compare to my Kinetico Quality Water Softener. I love this thing. Obviously, I could tell you all about it. It's made in America. It doesn't run on electricity, all of that kind of stuff. Oh, look, all I know is it works. And it works better than anything else I've ever had. Not to mention the fact that it provides soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even if the electricity goes out, because it doesn't run on electricity. So it's an incredible product. It really, truly is. And they're still giving away that free reverse osmosis drinking station when you purchase your Kinetico Quality Water Softener. And I love that thing because, I mean, it's like having bottled water right there at your kitchen sink. I mean, I walk around and fill up a glass with that and take it in the car, and you take it everywhere, and it's just like it's great tasting water, and then it comes right out of your kitchen sink. And they'll match that faucet up to your other faucet and everything else in your kitchen where it looks like it belongs. No more dragging bottled water cases home from the grocery store. No more worrying about the empty bottles and what to do with them and the clutter and mess that all of that makes. You don't have to have that. You just turn on the tap, fill up a glass, and you're in great shape. And they are still giving you free money, by the way. 0% interest for 12 months. An incredible deal. Stop putting this off. Get it done. Get it in your house and start enjoying your Kinetico the way that I'm enjoying mine. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at KineticoSA.com. And you know the jingle. Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Kinetico.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call. In the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. It's 2. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
I like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We ask them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. They have to be like really comfortable too. Yeah. Nike shoes, running shoes.
Like I think I wear my Birkenstocks every single day.
I just wear what I want and I let other people wear what they want.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has the guaranteed best prices on back to school gear. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy, fun can't lose.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Orasti. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Orasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Orasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Erasti.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
The greatest shopping event of the summer is here. Macy's Black Friday and July sale is back, where you'll find 40 to 60% savings on all the hottest summer fashion and more. Don't wait. Get first dibs on everything you love about Black Friday shopping, from unbeatable sales across the store to curated styles for the season at lower than low prices. Head to Macy's now for a fun-filled holiday shopping adventure smack dab in the middle of summer. It's the can't-miss sale of the month. Black Friday and July at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month with Window Nation at 50% off all window styles. Yes, 50% off new, beautiful, energy-efficient windows, plus zero down, zero interest, and no payments for 2 years. Call now, 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
San Antonio, Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on 11210 Nacogdoches Road. Stop in for authentic Mexican food and unbeatable lunch specials every day. Brisket sandwiches, beef tacos or enchiladas, and more. Tamalitos Restaurant on 11210 Nacogdoches Road.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, we are one day closer to kickoff. Might want to start talking about some football, I guess.
Both college and pro, the SEC days are in full effect. Coach Elko on the lectern, and the Cowboys are actually practicing. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I hope your Wednesday's going exactly how you want it to go. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe, he's Jason, and we appreciate you guys stopping by here, however you're doing that.
Certainly do, and I mean, you know, Cowboys season is, well, training camp. They go out next week.
Monday.
In a week from Monday, August 3rd, the Blitz live in Oxnard for our AA Best Bail Bonds, Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage. Can't wait to get to, what do we have, a heat advisory today? It's going to be over 100.
First time, I just got an alert, first time this year we've officially been over 100 degrees here in San Antonio.
Yikes. And you think about, so according to my phone, 100 right now with the heat advisory. I'm ready for a hoodie. All the rain we had last week, and this week we're in the heat advisory, which is, I mean, look, it's July. The oven is on. We're used to it. This is why we live here. But I can't wait to get out to California.
Oh, it's going to be nice, although I will admit sometimes, Minix, it's cold.
In California?
Night.
Well,
yes.
that's why you get to wear a hoodie.
Well, I know, dude, but it's still cold.
But see, and you've been going out to Oxnard for 20-something years, right?
Yes, I have. Well, however long the Cowboys have been going out.
Exactly. I think, they were in Oxnard. Thank God, Thousand Oaks was hot, which is crazy. It's not that far away.
It's weird, right?
But then, they were here, 2009, 10, 11, something like that.
Yeah.
And then went back to Oxnard. And I was mad when they did that. And then I went to Oxnard, and I was like, yeah, I see why they're doing this, right? And you always forget. And the first couple times you forget how to pack. And now I know how to pack to go. Ryan Eagles still, it won't be that bad. And then you go to the store and you buy stuff.
Yeah, and you have to because, it does. What's great about it is in the daytime it's in the high 70s, mid-70s, high 70s.
Mid-70s,
sometimes.
Yeah. And rarely 80.
If it gets 80 or above, the people in Oxnard start bitching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hot.
Yeah,
so
it's brutal.
hot.
And you always have the ocean breeze, so it's great. But at night, it's cold.
It's cold. It gets down to the 50s
cold.
with that ocean breeze.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And we've been to some places, man. When they had it in Austin, it was hot. Wichita Falls was hell on earth.
Yes.
I'm just saying. It was
Isn't that where you had your one-armed stripper?
Yeah, it was literally hell on earth. Yes. And so yeah, I mean, it's been some places that it's been unbearably hot. But so Oxnard is good, and that's why I don't think Jerry or the Jones family, even when Jerry's not with us anymore, will ever leave that place.
Look, and you've got the Rams, you got the Chargers, still obviously a lot of Raider fans and a ton of Cowboy fans. They are never giving up that real estate. They will never get it back. The idea, though, in anticipation of this Cowboy season, which is weird because last year, first year with Brian Schottenheimer, it really felt like the first year there weren't the unrealistic expectations. Cowboy fans seemed realistic, which is very unusual. And it has felt that way for most of this offseason, right? They're not going in as, from fans, maybe we're just beat down enough after 30 years, we know better. Although it feels like the media is starting to take a bit of a turn. Are they a legit Super Bowl contender? Are they this? Are they that? Adam Schefter today on his podcast and what he has to say about the Cowboys.
Well, here's a team that has enough talent, again, to make a deep playoff run. And everybody knows the Dallas Cowboy defense has been under fire and in question. And what did the Dallas Cowboys do? They went out and they dramatically upgraded their defense, which has to give people hope. It's not just coaches, it's players. There's a new defensive coordinator, Christian Parker, who they hired away from Philadelphia. Christian Parker has learned under Vic Fangio. I think the Cowboys are hoping that he takes just some of Fangio's methods and madness to Dallas. They go out and they draft playmakers at the top of the draft. Caleb Downs to play safety, Malachi Lawrence to rush the passer. They added a safety in free agency, Jalen Thompson, who cannot be overlooked, going to be a factor. New coaches, new players, new look defense. And if this defense is as improved as Dallas thinks, then Dallas becomes dangerous for the 2026 season.
Huh.
Now here's a guy.
Adam,
who says they could be dangerous.
Adam Schefter's got a unique voice, does he not? It's really
like last week when Frank Caliendo went into Shefty. Yeah. That was funny.
He does him well, by the way. But
everybody's a team.
Here's a guy.
Everybody's talking about the Cowboys, and everybody's got high expectations, except Stephen A. Smith, who just hates the Cowboys anyway.
I mean,
I think that's more of a stick than anything at this point in time.
But when you look at it, and can the defense rise up to be mediocre? Can they get middle of the pack?
Rise up to be mediocre, huh?
I mean, the bar is what it is.
Yes,
they can't be a bottom 5 defense and expect to be in the playoffs.
True.
And in the offense, again, designed to score about 30 points a game, if not more. But there were some games last year where they couldn't get out of their own way. But when you look at the defense, if they can get a stop, and the Cowboys are playing from the lead, and that defense can attack and actually get to the quarterback, get some sacks, create some turnovers, then maybe they can maybe they can actually get to the playoffs and then do something while they're there.
Well, I think they're going to get to the playoffs. I mean, all things considered, I think they're going to win the East. That would not shock me to see the Cowboys win the East. So they'll get into the playoffs. That's where the questions begin. I'm not worried about the Cowboys necessarily in the regular season. I know it's been a couple of years since they made the playoffs, but with the improvements they've made, with the offensive firepower that they have, I fully believe they're going to win the East. It's once they get into the playoffs, can they continue to play that way and not poop the bed, actually, because that seems to be what they do every time they get into the playoffs. So that's when the rubber meets the road for me. I think they're going to do great in the regular season. I think it's going to be a good year regular season-wise for the Dallas Cowboys. Can they carry it over? And that's the question.
And questions in the secondary. Now, I think the Cowboys have one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. That group, which was awful a year ago, now is one of their strengths as a team, but maybe one of the best groups in the league. Now, granted, interior defensive linemen versus your edge guys are different, but I thought it was interesting. Dallas DLL, All City Dallas, Jesse Holley, he put together a list of what he calls the most valuable Dallas Cowboys. And obviously, Dak Prescott is number 1, CeeDee Lamb is 2, Tyler Smith is 3. Quinnen Williams, DT, is at number 4. Then you got Pickens. Caleb Downs at 6.
I don't understand that, and I know he comes in with a lot of hype, Jason. I get it, but he hasn't played 1 second in the NFL. How in the world do you put him at number 6 on this list, ahead of a Tyler Booker, an Ezraku, an Overshown, an Aubrey? I just don't understand that. To me, that was a misstep, and the one misstep in this whole thing.
Again, though, but the expectation of where he was drafted,
sure,
comes in seasoned, ready for the NFL. Everything that he was talked about pre-draft as his transition to the league will be seamless because playing at a high level in college, playing for college as long as he did, he's already made a boatload of money. So, making NFL money now isn't changing him. He's used to dealing with big-time finances. But what I'm more impressed with looking at the list, and I question, look, a rookie, you want your first-round picks to be impact players right away, but we know that it's a 50-50 shot that they're actually going to work out. But on this list, there's 10. You got Brandon Aubrey and 4 defensive players. And Ezraku, a lot of expectation that he's going to really raise his game because he hasn't been in that position before. Overshown is the same way. If Overshown can stay healthy and play like he did in college and the level that we've all expected him to, and when he's been healthy, he's been great. But, I mean, is he most valuable? I'm going to sound like Ryan Egel. He's got to go prove it. But
yes,
let's just go with, if healthy, then yeah, he's going to be great. But that's the question mark. The secondary looks improved if they're healthy, and in Overshown, if healthy, and Ezraku has a chance to be that guy. And another one that's on here, Sam Williams has to show up this year.
Oh my gosh!
Now his contract, I mean, he's got to look. We could all play above that contract, but if he can get back to what he was 2 years ago as a splash player, last year was a down year, but if he can play up to expectation, and that's where I'm really curious to see what Christian Parker is going to do with this group, because last year was a disaster from coordinator on down.
Well, there's no question about it. It was. And again, this list, the headline of this list is most valuable Cowboys. All right, it's not what we hope are going to be valuable Cowboys. It's not anything. And that's why I have a problem. If you want to put Downs at number 10, all right, maybe I can live with that. Look at Tyler Booker is proven. I mean, and you're putting Downs ahead of that guy? Brandon Aubrey, I think most people, he's the highest paid kicker in the National Football League now. I think most people think he's pretty valuable when it comes to kicking field goals and extra. I don't. That's the only question about this list that I question is Downs at the number 6 spot. I put him down a little farther if you want to. I just don't see how he's ahead of some of the people that he's ahead of.
Well, and it might just be the importance of the position.
Well,
right?
It could be. But,
because while they have a great interior defensive front, they got a great interior offensive line, but those are two of the unsexiest position groups in football. Caleb Downs has to come in and be the impact player that he was drafted to be. But I'll also ask you this then. Who would you replace him with? I mean, coming up with 10 of the most valuable Dallas Cowboys. They got the skill guys. I mean, no running back is on that list.
No.
Terrence Steele isn't on that list.
Well, he shouldn't be.
No, I mean, maybe
no Guyton either.
Jake Ferguson.
He could be on that list.
But is he top 10 most valuable?
Javonte Williams could be on that list. I just look.
I mean, you're not going to put Deron Bland on there, are you?
I hope Caleb Downs is that guy. And by every look, every expectation, everything else, he is that guy. But he hasn't played 1 second of NFL football. And I get Ohio State is probably as close as you can get when you're talking about big-time college football, and he was a great player. And again, this is not a knock on Caleb Downs. It's not. I just don't know how he is ahead of the players that he's ahead of in this particular list. And I would like to ask Jesse Holley how he came to that conclusion because there is no explanation for it. The top 5 I have no issue with whatsoever. And really the only issue I have is with Downs and where he is. And if you want to stick him in at number 10 just because you think or the expectations or whatever else, I'd go for that. So not necessarily replacing him, but I just don't think he should be that high up on this list.
Well, and again, I think you got to go prove it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But I think his value when they drafted him is he's going to be a 10 or 12-year star for the Dallas Cowboys. He is Darren Woodson in the making. Those are the expectations.
That's what you hope, yes.
Yes, those are the expectations. And so depending on how you define value, now he's on the list. Is he going to move up the list? Is he going to move off the list? That's what he's going to go prove this year and in the coming years.
We'll see, but it's fun to get these lists, and obviously it is list season still. And I thought that was an interesting list. And look, that's what lists are supposed to do. Is start a debate on what you think.
Make Joe's head explode.
Well, and not necessarily explode. Caleb Downs, big fan. I hope he is the guy. I hope that guy is the guy. And by all intents and purposes, he will be. But right now, he's not. He's not that guy. He hasn't played a second of NFL football. And until he does, well, we just don't know.
Here's a guy.
Well, here's a team.
He and Chris Collinsworth ought to make their own or have their own podcast, for goodness sake.
Could you imagine?
Oh, my gosh. Here's a guy.
Here's a team.
Patrick Mahomes, will you marry me? Goodness gracious.
Well, here's a team.
Yes. Oh, Adam. He didn't get fired. He actually got a raise.
Yeah, Tim Tebow got a contract extension
saw that.
Yesterday.
Tim Tebow got a contract
extension. All bad
extension.
news in Bristol yesterday.
Yeah, well, again, sparking debate all over the place.
You know, and I know we're up against the time law. All the people, and I just saw one tweet by a little while ago. Every time somebody gets fired at ESPN, McAfee gets more money. Keep in mind, that's not McAfee's salary. He doesn't make $60 million a year from a salary. McAfee owns his own show, and they have a lease agreement. And out of that, McAfee pays out of his money, or that money going to the company, or everybody else that's on that staff, from those that you see on camera and everybody working behind it, and so they're leasing the show. But McAfee's salary is not $60 million a year. It's good, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But that's what they're paying the company, and then McAfee's company pays everybody else associated with that show.
Well, and again, the reason he's on the air, the reason he gets to say whatever the hell he wants to say, including nice, colorful words, is because people.
I'm done with the Brock Purdy slander.
People are listening, they're watching, and they're watching in record numbers, and so until that is not the case anymore, then again, I don't blame McAfee for whatever money he makes because, well, he's earning it. He is, and so I have no issue with it. Not at all. We got to take a break because, yes, we are up against that time wall. We'll talk a little more NFL football, a little more Cowboys football, a little more NBA, and all of that as we continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know what happens when we get to this time of year, and I've already gotten a couple of notifications. It's fantasy football time, or it's getting close to that point in time where you're starting to think about it, maybe organizing your league and all of that stuff, and you might start thinking about where you want to have that fantasy football draft. Well, let me suggest a place to you. It's called Novo Brewery. It would be a perfect place to have a fantasy football draft, just an absolutely perfect place because they've got everything that you need to have a successful fantasy football draft. You go in there, the food is great. You can munch on all kinds of stuff, everything from wings to sandwiches to burgers. I love the picanha skewers. They are absolutely fantastic, and well, that's my favorite over there. But they've got all kinds of stuff, including all the way up to delicious ribeye steaks. They've got it all. They've got a full bar out there, so any kind of cocktail that you want, they can whip that up for you. They've got craft beer on tap, 60 of them. They've got domestic beer on tap. They've got beer in the bottle as well, and they've got that hard kombucha on tap. They've got it all there. Everything that you need, not to mention all the TVs all around, and it's just a great place to think about. So think about Novo Brewery when you're thinking about your fantasy football draft. It is the place that you need to be. You're going to love it. It's located inside North Star Mall. They've got an entrance from North Star Mall that you can get there from the mall, but they've got their own entrance as well, so they're not married to North Star Mall. It is a separate business, and, well, you can get to it however you need to get to it. Park there on the Rector Street side of North Star Mall, and you can go right in. And they're open late hours, so it is a win-win-win for everybody. NovoBrew.com. You can check it out there. It is NovoBrew.com.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like head administrator for a state-of-the-art surgical center.
What can I do for you, Doc?
We need to talk about the lights.
Ah, the mood lighting, relaxing, right? Much better than those old hospital vibes.
A hospital's supposed to have hospital vibes.
You seem tense. Let's dim the lights a bit.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Dave Ramsey here, and I love my Connecticut water softener. Right now, with the purchase of a Connecticut water softener, you receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. complete with a color fixture to match your kitchen. That means cleaner, better tasting water for coffee, cooking, ice, and everyday drinking. The Connecticut K5 drinking water station removes up to 99% of many contaminants and can be customized for your home. So instead of buying bottled water or wondering what's really coming out of your tap, you get cleaner, great tasting water right where you use it most. A Connecticut runs on energy from your water flow, which means no electricity, no timer, and no computer that can break. With its twin tank system, you get soft water 24/7. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country for a free water test at 210-656-PURE. And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
The greatest shopping event of the summer is here. Macy's Black Friday and July sale is back, where you'll find 40 to 60% savings on all the hottest summer fashion and more. Don't wait. Get first dibs on everything you love about Black Friday shopping, from unbeatable sales across the store to curated styles for the season at lower than low prices. Head to Macy's now for a fun-filled holiday shopping adventure smack dab in the middle of summer. It's the can't-miss sale of the month, Black Friday and July at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the San Antonio Spurs today announced they have re-signed David Jones-Garcia to a two-way contract. He appeared in 11 games for the Spurs last season. 3 points a game, 1.2 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and about 6 minutes per game. Texas Rangers continue their series with the Chicago White Sox tonight. You can catch that game on your home for Rangers baseball, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. All begins at 6:30 with the pregame show.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
I love that camel. I do, especially at 5:05. Because I know everybody's more in the humping mood at 5:05, especially you get off work at 5 o'clock.
Hump day!
Yeah.
It's hard.
So,
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Well,
Hey, you almost stopped
hopefully
work.
it is.
You're kind of like that trophy during the World Cup celebration the other day.
Absolutely. I hope everybody's having a great day.
Baby.
Great day. It is a hump day. It means we're about to slide into the second half of the week,
I'm
Thursday.
glad. I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, you know, everybody's got to slide in. Well, it's your anniversary, Minix, so
Yes, sir.
I imagine it is a hump day for you.
Hump day!
Does your wife know this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she does.
She might have been late for work today.
Oh, okay.
It's been a great day.
Well, good. I'm
Every
happy
day
to
should
hear
start
that.
way.
I totally agree with that. That's a good way to start the
Chicks
day.
dig the long ball. Chicks dig the sack.
What sack is he referring to? Goodness gracious. Happy that everybody's here. And again, I hope you're having a good day at Minix. And congratulations, by the way, on your anniversary.
31 years.
That's incredible. So everybody wish Minix a happy anniversary. And just say a prayer for his wife, because my goodness, she's a saint. An angel walking around here on earth.
In all seriousness, I don't want to get in trouble. Why do we all get congratulated on a anniversary? I mean, happy birthday is one thing, or whatever. You get congratulated when you get married, but every year it's congratulations, you survived. right? It feels like you've done it. You made it another year without getting killed.
Look, because, and I think most people will agree with this, whether you've been married for as long as you have or several times like I have. Marriage is hard. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world, and it's not. And you and Joanna obviously have. I mean, you've struggled at times, you've argued at times, you've been mad at each other, but that happens. You get over it, and you
well, that's it.
And you move on.
But again, though, you congratulate somebody when they, you win an award or you graduate something. But every year you get congratulated on an anniversary. We don't congratulate people at Christmas. You don't like we've made it to another Thanksgiving. You win a game, you get congratulated. It just, and I don't know what you would, how you say, celebrate, but it is kind of weird that it's just all congratulations. And then it's all, man, your wife must be a saint. Nobody ever says to a guy, man, I don't know how you deal with that. You know what I mean?
We're around you all day.
I don't know, Minix. I've gotten that a time or two.
What's that?
How did you do that? I'm just saying. I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I'm just saying.
No, and I know what you speak of.
Okay. I think you've even said that a time or two. I'm just saying.
I mean, it took you a while to come.
One?
I'm sorry.
Is it the buck cherry one?
Yes.
No, his first one was great. He was an idiot.
Yes, I was an idiot, yes.
His second one,
that's all you need to say. That says it all right there. Yeah.
I don't know how, you know that my wife likes everybody. Joe met my wife when she was still in the one-night stand stage and didn't know my real name.
Yeah, true.
And we used to play football every Sunday morning. And as I did overnights, Joe would come to the apartment and wake me up and, hey, let's go play. And she answered the door, right?
Yeah.
And my wife likes everybody. For about 17 years, we didn't do anything as couple friends.
No.
Right? Now, when we
true.
were traveling for work when he was still at Ken's and, wherever that was, we had a great time.
Sure.
Fantasy football guys. We never did things as couples. So it's not me. But if my wife doesn't like you, it's you.
Yeah, it is.
There's very few people on this planet my wife does not like or can't figure out how to get along with.
So that's kind of where we're at now. Not saying, well, I'm very happy now. I've got a great.
I'm happy we're friends again.
We
do stuff again.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fine. And my brother says the same thing. I mean, it's crazy.
17 years, though, man. It took you a while.
Long time.
Now,
I know.
Granted, it's
there are reasons for that.
It's tough to get out.
It'll be in the book.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be the only chapter anybody's going to want to read.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, that may take a few chapters to explain. Having said all of that, I'm happy that my brother and his beautiful wife celebrated 30-something. I can't remember exactly what it is. But so to make it that long, man, that deserves a congratulations.
It does. And you talk about saints, and it's funny because he's texting me right now, so I'll bring him up because he likes when I do that. But I think about my two best friends from the Navy, Carlos Garcia and Brian Carson, and we've all been married now for over 30 years to our wives. How Brian Carson, you talk about weird ways of how you meet somebody. We're driving down the road in Kingsburg, New Jersey, which is near where the Navy base was. And Brian sees this hot blonde walking down the sidewalk, leans out, says something. She says something back, and 3 weeks later, they're married.
Oh, wow.
And as Carson tells me on text, 33 for me now. And you talk about bets would this last a year.
Wow.
Now, Michelle deserves all the congratulations in the world for putting up with Brian Carson for 33 years.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Well, there you go. Because, I don't know, where women have their quirks, it's like, I don't know, guys are just kind of stupid sometimes. And
don't talk about Brian that way, but accurate.
Well, I would not. I will include Brian in the group discussion here, but I'm including myself in that too. So, So that's why I think it's a congrats. I don't know what happy anniversary does. I guess it sounds okay.
It's
but
like
it's
happy birthday.
Yeah.
But it's like congratulations.
I mean, because your birthday, it's
happy birthday.
Nothing happens.
You survived another year.
You roll.
You're still here.
Yeah, but it's different because your birthday's kind of like your own special day. That's just for you. Doesn't include the wife or anybody else.
Should.
It's yours.
I mean, it should.
But I mean, it's your day.
Birthday.
You should get pampered and coddled. Yes. But by the wife. But I mean, I'm just saying.
Pampered and what?
Coddle.
The single guy doesn't understand. It's okay.
Yeah. It's I don't know. But congrats, Minix.
Thanks, sir.
So any plans? I mean, you taking the wife to dinner?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, of course.
Something fancy?
Yeah.
Good.
Finish the day where you started it?
I hope you're going to change clothes.
I'm going just like this.
Well, hell, if she hasn't left by now, she ain't going to.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'm just telling you.
Expectation is where it needs to be.
Exactly.
What am I, a dress up? I mean, and granted, we were in the Grand Caymans a couple weeks ago.
Oh, my goodness.
We were at Vic and Anthony's in Houston Saturday.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, there's the place in Houston called McCormick's. Is that place still around? Dude, that place is fantastic. Seafood, they've got steaks too, but it's a schwanky place, but it's
sure.
It's really good. So you know what I'm talking about, Pledge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, McCormick's is excellent.
Vic and Anthony's is
I've never been to Vic and Anthony's, but at McCormick's I've been several times, and it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. So, well, congrats, man. I hope you enjoy dinner tonight and whatever else takes place after that, man. I don't want to know about it. Don't want to hear about it. I'm just I'm happy for you.
Spicy and naked.
Yes. When we return here on the Blitz, let's talk a little. I want to go back to the Cowboys because I want to talk a little football. All right, and there's been some predictions made by the Dallas Morning News on rosters. Or how the roster is going to shake out with the Dallas Cowboys, and some notable cuts possibilities, obviously, because we don't know where it's going to go yet or not, but some interesting names on that cut list. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What's for dinner? What are we watching tonight? The two most common questions that you're having this time of year. Well, the answer to one of those questions, what are you watching tonight? Nation's Dumbest on Fox right after a new episode of MasterChef. Nation's Dumbest premiered last week, and it's a show nobody wants to win. Who wants that title? It's funny. It will make you think. It's kind of a back-to-school type settings where celebrities compete, and they don't want to be the last person left. Nation's Dumbest. They want to graduate is what they call on the show and get off the show fastest. Last week, I was surprised Elle King was the first to graduate. She's off the show. Ice-T, Carmen Electra, Steve-O. Seems like they will have a long run, and I'm good with that because they're funny, especially Carmen. She's not at all happy about still being there. Ice-T, he was great as well. Wasn't the smartest in that first episode. Neither is JoJo Siwa, who didn't actually know who Ice-T was. She asked him, "Is that your real name?" Kind of funny. It's now in its 16th season. MasterChef is back. Obviously, Gordon Ramsay, who doesn't love him? A great chance for people to win big money and win that title, MasterChef. Wednesday nights this summer on Fox is the place for you and the family to be for exciting and entertaining reality competition TV. So don't miss Nation's Dumbest, airing tonight at 8, following an all-new episode of MasterChef at 7, only on Fox San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circus Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month with Window Nation at 50% off all window styles. Yes, 50% off new, beautiful, energy-efficient windows, plus zero down, zero interest, and no payments for 2 years. Call now, 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
Tamalitos Authentic Mexican Food is now available at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. And don't forget, Tamalitos Restaurants is giving away over $1,000 at the upcoming Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice: talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your discovery day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Roo Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Roo Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Roo Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It has been a show and a day of walking down memory lane, that's for sure. No doubt. And Ozzy, 1 year ago today, passed away. It's hard to believe it's been a year already. A year kind of flew by, didn't it?
I mean, at this age, they all do.
You're right about that.
You're
absolutely right about that.
And I'm glad that you people out there have great memory. The couple people that called pledge, hoping that I didn't get my wife a vacuum cleaner again.
Well, did you?
No. I didn't get her anything.
There's a reason why people ask.
Well, I just got her one a couple years ago. It still works fine.
New washing machine. I mean, something.
We might need a new microwave. During the last week during the storms, all that doesn't make sense to me. But 4 of the buttons no longer work on the microwave.
Maybe it's shorted out.
That.
Huh?
I noticed that.
Yeah. When you were over there watching the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I don't know. The
microwaves, they're not expensive, are they?
And the clock's broke on it.
Yeah, well, then you can't fix the clock because that's one of the buttons that does. 369 and fix the clock button don't work.
I was trying to fix it. I was like, what is wrong with this thing?
So you broke the microwave is what you're telling me.
No, it was like that.
I don't know that it was.
I think you just told on yourself. It was.
Wow.
I mean, we got home, it doesn't work, and I just blamed the storm.
Hey, you guys settle that. Yeah.
Oh, it's settled.
No. No
seriously, microwaves. I haven't bought a microwave, and I can't remember the last
they all
time.
come with the house now.
Well, I know.
But at some point they break.
I mean, I don't know I don't even know how much those are.
I don't either.
What, a couple $100 maybe? Or are they more than that? I mean, I seriously don't know.
I haven't. It's going to cost me more to have that thing installed.
Yeah.
Because it's built into the cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the damn thing's plugged in at. Well, I'm assuming somewhere in the back wall, but there's no, I can't unplug the microwave.
Was there a repair guy that can do that?
Well,
Just repair it?
I've got a handyman. No, I'm not going to repair it.
Well, I got the same handyman you've got.
Well, yeah.
And so
it makes a fortune off of us.
I'm telling you. Yeah, he's got to come back out. Guy fixed my light, did I tell you, over the dining room?
He finally changed your light bulb, huh?
But, no, it was the thing was crooked. And we didn't notice. We put a different picture on the wall back there, and it really showed us oh, that thing's crooked. So he fixed it. And so my wife wanted the TVs moved. She wants to, but you can't do it because the way the bracket is. I mean, you'd have to drill new holes, but you can't do that out in the living room because the outlet's there. So it's screwed. So I had to get some brackets, and Dave is coming back out.
You know what's going to ultimately happen, Joe?
What?
A complete remodel is coming.
Holy cow! It's a microwave for $1,000.
Well, that one better do things.
Yeah,
$1,050.
Holy cow.
I'm with Joe. I thought they were a couple $100. Where is that at? Look at Lowe's. I generally will buy appliances at Lowe's because you get that military discount always.
Yeah? Dude, $1,000.
Dude, I mean, honestly, you should spend money on a microwave. You use that thing a lot.
I'm not going to spend money. My microwave works just fine.
For now.
It's great.
Until it doesn't, then what are you going to do? Replace it with something cheap?
I'll cross that bridge when I get there. How about that?
Well, now you got to start saving because your microwave's about to die.
I'll win it in Vegas.
Is there one for Love's Truck Stop?
No, Vegas. I don't know if they sell microwaves at Love's Truck Stop. They probably do. They sell everything else.
How much is that one, Pledge? That one looks perfect.
Depending on the color you get it in, it's anywhere from $400 to $500.
Well, there you go. That's a little more reasonable.
Give me a $200 one. It's a microwave.
$200 one.
But it's got to match the aesthetic.
You know.
Now, see, Fred, he knows what he's
Can't
talking
get you
about.
a white $50 one to put up there.
No, it's got to look nice. It's got to match the kitchen.
That looks nice, and it matches the kitchen. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
Sure, it does. I mean, I could put one on the counter and leave the broken one up there just so I don't have to mess with it.
Now, see, you don't want to do that.
Why?
Now your wife is gonna pick it out. You have a white microwave at your house? I can't remember.
No, it's
stainless steel.
Yeah, stainless steel.
Yeah. Well, so mine is too.
Is it?
Well,
because they're built
right?
into the wall that way. I don't know. I mean, it's hidden behind some, I don't know, deal. There's a door and there's buttons.
See, what you're going to have to do.
The cover is stainless steel.
You're going to need to measure the width of it so it fits in that cubby perfectly.
All I got to do is call a guy, go online, order it, and then it's going to show up and he'll put it in.
Well, sure.
For a small fee.
Well, dude, the convenience fee is a good thing.
I can buy one and just set it on the counter.
Now, when you buy one,
be by the air fryer.
Is it not like Lowe's or somebody won't come install that thing?
They're going to be more expensive than David.
Well, I'm just saying.
They're going to be more expensive than David.
Well, they might be. Depends on how long it takes David to do it. He may decide it takes 3 or 4 hours.
Well, see, when I call David to come do a job, I have him do a job, and he generally will give me a price ahead of time. When you call David, he knows that there's going to be a laundry list from Maggie of things that you haven't gotten done that you're going to say, hey, what about this? And
well,
what
he charges
about that?
me by the hour.
So he charges you by the hour.
Right.
Because you call him about one thing, but he ends up fixing 17.
Well, and that's fine. I mean, if I'm going to call him, he might as well fix everything while he's there.
That's it. But I'll call him, hey, man, I need a microwave. That'd take me about an hour. Cool.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And I bet you, and I'm not saying it, charge you the same he does me if it takes him an hour.
No, we've talked about that.
Hey, don't be talking about my price, all right? The hell, that's private. Dude.
David's got what he calls a idiot surcharge, so you actually pay more.
That's like HIPAA laws, all right? You can't be talking about what a handyman charges me versus you, all right? The hell.
I mean, he's got the Reinagel rate.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Is there a surcharge for if he started a project?
That dude put together my Traeger.
Yeah.
And that was a job, and he did a hell of a job on that thing.
Yeah, he built mine too.
I mean, he's great.
Uh-huh. You paid more because he told me a flat fee, and then afterwards he said, "Yeah, I screwed myself on that one. I'll never do that again."
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I don't look, dude.
Whatever.
As long as it's not outrageous, I don't care because it gets done.
It could be outrageous if your wife wants it done, whatever it takes.
And she knows I'm not going to do it.
Well, that's it.
So I have no issue with that. And David's
why
a good
she
dude.
can never retire.
And he's very good. Very good. So I'm all right with it. Now he's got to come back up and move the TVs. So I gotta call him. He's got to come out.
The guy said size and wattage.
Yeah,
that
Fred
factors
said
into
that.
the cost.
Absolutely.
And it is very good Roomba. Thanks, Fred. Roomba works awesome.
Do they really?
Yeah, I need to get one of those.
Yeah, there, and he's also asking. Yeah, you do. I did have to because I knew we were going to Vic and Anthony's. I had to wear pants.
Well, of course you did. You don't have to.
They have a dress code. Although you can sit at the bar at Vic and Anthony's in shorts.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And eat at the bar, in the bar area.
Well, the place you're going tonight, you can wear shorts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. Well, that's what you want to do, Minix. You know, you could run home and put on something swanky.
Reservations are at 6:30.
What, is your wife meeting you there? Or what?
Yeah.
You going where I think you're going?
Ruth's Chris, yeah. It's where we've gone every year for 31 years.
That's what I thought.
That's our spot. That's been our spot forever. Every year.
I'm actually a bachelor tonight, so I may.
You want to go to Ruth's Chris?
No, no. What? Yeah, that'd be great. No show. Hey, Joanna, how are you?
Happy anniversary.
No, but I may have to end up at Tri-County. Give me a nice steak.
Get
to
you
have
a nice
tonight.
steak.
Yeah, I might do that.
Well, and I'm very happy that Ruth's Chris is running their special right this time of year. How it doesn't always work that it happens on my anniversary, but where you get the fixed price for the 3 courses and dessert and all that. So yeah.
So you're going cheap, is what you're saying?
No, I'm taking advantage of. I mean, yes,
Dude,
yeah, absolutely.
Your
I'm
wife,
saving.
I think
saving
your wife's
a lot of money.
steak and lobster and whatever she wants. A nice appetizer.
She's not allowed to have lobster.
Oh my God!
It's 30 years in the making. Because all right, we got time for a quick story.
31 years she's been putting up with this dude.
And congratulations, Joanna. Years and years ago, 30 some odd years ago, we used to do when I was working at KTSA commercials for Ruth's Chris. And I got paid. I had this little card that they gave me, and I could go there twice a month, and all I had to do was leave a tip.
That's it?
I was single.
Wow.
So dates, let's go to Ruth's Chris.
Of course.
It was great. Well, that ended. And the first time I took Joanna there was the first time that I was actually paying for Ruth's Chris. And I had no idea. And she ordered lobster.
Yeah.
I didn't know what market price meant. I got that bill. And I said to her, was that good lobster? She said, yeah. Is that the best you've ever had? Yeah, because that's the last lobster you'll ever have with me. That dinner bill was more than my rent. That's why she can't leave.
Oh, my goodness. That is hilarious, dude.
She can get lobster now.
Oh, she can't? Well, that's what I'm saying.
And she probably will.
Well, I hope she does.
I don't.
She should. She deserves it, for goodness sake.
A big one. The biggest one.
Yeah,
no.
With a big steak.
No, she can get lobster biscuits the same.
I actually like lobster bisque.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Crazy time. So, well, enjoy tonight.
I will.
Minix. So, while she gets steak and lobster, you going to have a salad or what? I mean...
Well, there's a salad as a part of the deal. I'll get the filet with the barbecue shrimp as an appetizer.
Oh, nice.
Which is always the best. Well, cheesecake for dessert.
Last of the big spenders over here. Very nice.
Going to be nice.
Absolutely.
You go home and enjoy your peanut butter and jelly.
No. I think I had to swing by Tri-County and do that. I
Get them to make you a peanut butter and jelly?
You can go eat at the bar, Ruth's Chris.
I'm not going to Ruth's Chris. Now, there are other places I might go, and if I don't do the Tri-County thing, but I kind of feel like home.
You want a good steak?
Grill a steak, open a bottle of wine, and it'll be perfect.
You're alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me and the dog.
Mm-hmm. Watch A Nation's Dumbest. You'll feel really good about yourself.
I don't know if I will or not.
I don't think you will.
Because I'll be one of the dumbest.
Yeah, you would. The show is funny as hell.
I'm going to have to check that out. I am going to have to check that out. Well, that was great Cowboy roster examination.
Let's talk Aggies next.
We can talk Aggies next, yeah. It was Aggie Takeover at SEC Media Days. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let me tell you about Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. 651-5899 or online at quartermoonplumbing.com. You're having issues with your AC, especially on a day like today where it got over 100, you call Quarter Moon. They'll get you taken care of in a hurry. Same thing with any kind of plumbing issues. They also have great maintenance programs, and they've developed what is called the Breathe Easy package. Because apparently a lot of your houses smelled, and they discovered, you know what? Nobody cleans their AC unit like good cleaning. When was the last time you did that? Never. So what Quarter Moon will do as a part of this Breathe Easy package is they'll pull and deep clean the blower motor, blower wheel, and the AC housing. They'll clean the coil and disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet. They'll install a UV light to zap bacteria and other stuff that's in your unit. You'll get cleaner air, a fresher home, and everything smelling the way it should. So call Quarter Moon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online, quartermoonplumbing.com.
San Antonio Sports Star sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon, August 3rd at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Juicy, thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. This is Bring Your Appetite food. Novo is attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com.
Scorching hot deals are here at North Park Chevrolet's Heart of Summer event. Get 0% interest for 60 months on a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom and don't make any payments until October. Or drive home a new 2026 Traverse for just $36,999. Or lease a new 2027 Equinox LT for just $399 a month. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Time to go back to school with Famous Footwear.
Why does it always sneak up on us?
It's like when your kid tells you about a bake sale the night before.
Then it's store-bought all the way.
Stores are the best.
Like Famous, with 800 stores, they're always nearby with shoes from the best brands like Jordan, Nike, Adidas, Birkenstock, New Balance, Skechers, and more.
Right now it's BOGO. Buy one pair, get one half off at Famous Footwear. And shop in-store to get $10 to spend this fall. Some exclusions apply.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Don't miss the live racing action. Friday is the big summer showdown with 6 incredible stakes races. And Saturday is the Retama Park Derby. Visit tickets.retamapark.com for all the details.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, we are one day closer to kickoff. I want to start talking about some football, I guess.
Both college and pro, the SEC days are in full effect. Coach Elko on the lectern, and the Cowboys are actually practicing. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, this is The Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. We got Rangers baseball coming up here a little bit later. 6:30 pregame show right here. You're home for Texas Rangers baseball. They won 10-0 last night. Incredible, huh? You talk about inconsistent. That entire division just is Jekyll and Hyde.
What are you saying, Pledge?
No homers in that 10-0.
Oh, is that right? Wow. See, there you go.
I know. I'm going to the Rangers game on Sunday.
Yeah, they're playing the Mariners,
They're
right?
playing the Mariners.
Yeah.
I hope they have that offense then, too.
Yeah. You don't want to see a 1-0?
No, I did. I was
extra innings?
I was at a low-scoring baseball game last weekend in Houston. Taking the other private jet to the game in Arlington.
That would be the Southwest one?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Okay, cool.
Not quite the same.
Not quite the same.
But you take off and you land.
Yeah, and you do it very quickly. So
yep,
that's the beauty of that.
So SEC Media Days going on, and I pulled up the media poll for the SEC Championship. Texas, 96 points in the poll. Georgia only got 44.
Wow.
Predicted order of finish: Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, Florida, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. I'm like, what? This is just nuts, because trying to figure out where is A&M going to be, because I've seen some publications as high as 3. I've seen others that have them finishing 4 and 5. And I think one of the big questions, which is a bit surprising, is quarterback Marcel Reed. And part of that, he's been inconsistent. I think we know that. But he's got enough years under his belt. And you saw him last year guide this team to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But there's still the narrative that the dude can't throw.
Yeah, no, I think the narrative around Marcel has been pretty fair. I think he's evolved into a dual-threat quarterback. I think a lot of people recognize that. I think at his highs, he's an elite quarterback. I think he knows he's got to play at that consistent level, and that's not just him. That's us as an offense. That's blocking, that's running, that's catching, that's everything. And I think we know if we can play at his best consistently, he has an opportunity to hit a really, really high ceiling. And so I think last year there was a narrative that he couldn't throw. I thought that was a little bit unjust. I think this year, I think people have recognized what he's capable of now.
The dude can throw, but you know what? I love Mike Elko there, because he could have just completely backed his quarterback and said some things that everybody knows is not true. But he told the truth. That the problem with this guy is he's just inconsistent. He's a hell of a player, and there are times when he makes throws or makes plays, and your mouth is hanging open. And then there's plays that he makes, and you're going, "What in the hell was that?" And so, yeah, if he can find more consistency of the point where he's making your mouth drop, this Texas A&M football team is going to be pretty damn good. But I think it all starts with him. Marcel Reed, I think it all starts with him, and if he can play and if he's the consistent quarterback that they need him to be, look out.
And, and then you Google around, like 24/7 has Georgia first, Texas second, and A&M tied for third with Ole Miss.
I think that's the one I saw yesterday.
And LSU is down at 7, which again, I find that surprising because LSU should be stacked, although Lane Kiffin in his first year, how successful will he be? But with Chambliss coming back, there's a lot there for Ole Miss to work with. It's very interesting, but A&M's road schedule is going to be tough, but you could say that for a lot of teams in the SEC. Brett McMurphy tweeted out, Texas and Georgia considered the SEC's top 2 teams. In a weird scheduling quirk, 3 of 4 SC teams that play both the Horns and the Dogs do so in consecutive weeks. Oklahoma, Florida, and Missouri. Ole Miss also plays UT and Georgia, but in a 3-game stretch.
Oh, wow.
And so you talk about surviving from one week to the next. Again, that's going to be rather interesting.
Well, and that's how the SEC is supposed to be. It's been down. It's been really top-heavy as of late. But I think you're going to see some teams. I mean, if you're talking about LSU, I think they will be pretty good. Are they championship quality? I guess we'll see. But they're all the way down to number 7. And if you're talking about LSU, and I know I'm not sure if A&M goes to LSU. I know Texas does. And so it's always a tough place to play. But if you're talking about the LSU Tigers at number 7, you've got some pretty good teams that Texas and Texas A&M are going to have to go through to be successful this year.
And again, you go from there. Now, Elko was asked a pretty funny question, I guess. Again, this was a team that was in the playoffs a year ago. I think A&M has a chance to be really, really good this year. But he was asked, how do you keep the guys hungry after last year's success?
I show them our trophy case, and it's empty. And I think they're all very aware of that. And so, I think, listen, we live in a lot of worlds. And so we're obviously happy with the things that we accomplished. We're happy with the direction of our program. But it's also not lost on us that we haven't won the hardware that we're searching for. And so, that gets us into a mindset of growth and getting back to work to go finish this thing a little bit better than we did last year and put ourselves in a better position maybe to compete for some trophies.
What a great answer that is.
Yeah.
Mike Elko, he's impressive. The more you hear from him and the more you see from him, he's just impressive. And that was a great answer to a question. I don't know if he anticipated getting that question or if that just came off the top of his head. But either way, I mean, what a great answer. We have nothing in the trophy case. We have to be hungry because we want to fill that case up, and it all starts this year. And so that's how you stay hungry. I just think that is a brilliant answer, and the more you hear Mike Elko, to me, the more impressive he is.
I'm curious. It's been a long time since I've been in the Aggie facility. I can remember when they actually made a trophy and just didn't put a year on it. They remember when they did that for Jimbo?
Yep.
I wonder if Elko has created a very fancy trophy case that's empty. Because you go into these facilities and, they got all kinds of trophies in history and all that kind. I do wonder if part of his motivational deal this year was to build a trophy case that is actually empty. Because most schools promote, you go up to UT and all these different trophies, or Alabama and all these, and then the Heismans and all. I just, the coach's office has all the championship rings, and, you go over to UTSA and you got all the Conference USA trophies and all that. I wonder if Mike Elko actually built an empty trophy case, and that's one of the themes. I don't know. That's something we'll ask Andrew Monaco when he joins us, and maybe sooner rather than later, although tomorrow we're stacked. But if there is more to that answer than just that answer, because that would, you talk about motivation. Every day you're walking out of the locker room, and it's an empty trophy case.
Yeah. I think that would be brilliant if he did that. I mean, it would go with what he said today. I show him the trophy case, and so that makes perfect sense. Look, Texas A&M is one of those schools, one of those football teams that is always just kind of right there on the edge. It seems like when Johnny Manziel was there, they were right there on the edge. When they had Mike Evans and just right there, but they just couldn't get over the Alabama hump or name a school that has been successful in the SEC. And I think it's that way now. Whether you're talking about Texas or Georgia, I don't know. And by the way, A&M does go to LSU this year as well, and that's turned into a huge rivalry. By the way, and I'm sure the Aggie faithful are going to be fired up about trying to knock off Lane Kiffin.
And of course, they got Texas at home this year. And keep in mind, I mean, they lost at Austin last year, and that kept them out of the SEC championship game. And I feel like A&M has done well in the recruiting and the portal, and, you know, with the quarterback coming back, Reuben Owens, I mean, their defense is solid. I'm surprised that there's not more consistent love. And when you see various outlets have their polls and – all right, Texas, Georgia, okay, no-brainer. And then everybody else just kind of feels like, all right, LSU is down in one and up in another. A&M is up in one and down in another. Is it just because they're all so evenly matched, wherever you put them, is it going to be about right? Or are there that many question marks about them that I don't see when talking about A&M? I think they're going to be damn good. But to these other outlets, are they looking at them going, well, I'm not really sure, so we're going to put them here because I think this team is going to be better?
Well, and I think there's a lot of truth to that. But when you're looking at these teams and you're talking about the Georgias and the Texases, you know what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, those two teams are supposed to be really stacked and really good this year. And I think the cream has risen to the top. And then you're talking about the Ole Miss, which should be good again, Texas A&M, which should be good again. Are they good enough to get past Georgia and Texas? Now, look, Texas has got obviously a huge game in front of them right off the bat, Ohio State.
Cupcake.
That's going to test them without a doubt. And so, and I believe Texas has that in Austin this year, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously that's going to be a huge Saturday afternoon or Saturday night in Austin, Texas, with the Buckeyes coming in. And if Texas can get by that, the expectations for that football team are going to be off the chart. If they knock off an Ohio State, the other way around, if they lose to Ohio State, well, obviously some of the air is going to go out of that balloon.
You know, Texas opens
FIFA trophy
at home with Texas State. Then they have Ohio State rolling in. And then they have UTSA rolling in. And then they go to Tennessee. Then you got the Oklahoma game. A home against Florida. Home against Ole Miss. Is this schedule right? Home in Mississippi State is home.
I believe
then they're at Missouri. Then at LSU.
Yep.
It feels like they got way too many home games. Home against Arkansas and then at A&M.
Wow, that seems like a lot of home games. What is the matchup there with home and away?
Well, I would look. Let's see. Texas State's at home. Ohio State's at home. UTSA is at home. At Tennessee. Oklahoma is neutral. The Florida game is in Austin. Ole Miss is in Austin. Mississippi State looks to be in Austin.
Wow.
At Missouri. At LSU. Home against Arkansas. And then at A&M.
Wow, that's 8 games at home. That's interesting.
Double check that. I will. I just Googled the schedule. It just doesn't feel like.
No, that doesn't feel right. But either way, and if it is right, they're fortunate because you get an Ole Miss team that's supposed to be pretty good. You get them in Austin. You get Ohio State in Austin. And so, look, that's how things line up sometimes. I think Texas had a pretty favorable schedule last year. And so this year it's a little bit tougher than it was last year. And so, but if you're getting games like that at home.
Well, and the Ohio State game is obviously the big one, but it's early enough to where if you lose it, it's not going to crush your season. And that's That's the beauty of having a great early season game like that. It's going to be a 6:30 night game up in Austin.
No, you're exactly right. That's how it plays out. They've had 3 games at home to open up with Texas State, Ohio State, and UTSA. Then they're on the road for 2. I say on the road. You've got Tennessee at Tennessee, and then the Oklahoma game. But technically, it's on the road. It's away from Austin. Florida at home, Ole Miss at home, Mississippi State at home. They're on the road at Missouri, at LSU. But then they get Arkansas at home, and then they're on the road at Texas A&M. So a favorable home schedule. I say favorable. They're at home for a lot of tough football games.
Well, and you know what you don't see? Georgia.
No, or Alabama.
And that's part of the reason why I think they're picked to win the SEC.
Could be.
They have the, I don't know, easier schedule.
Now, I don't know what Georgia's schedule is. Let me look real quick. But it's, Georgia's going to be stacked. They're always going to be stacked as long as Kirby Smart is there.
And the SEC schedule being what it is. I mean, they've got Tennessee State, Western Kentucky, at Arkansas, home against Oklahoma, home against Vanderbilt, who, without their quarterback is expected to be Vanderbilt again, at Alabama.
At Alabama, that's going to be tough. It always is.
Auburn is at home, Florida at home, at Ole Miss, Missouri at home, at South Carolina. Then they close out the year against Georgia Tech.
Well, the Ole Miss game will be tough on the road, I think, if Ole Miss is what they are. I mean, hell, their quarterback is projected to be the top quarterback in the SEC this year.
Yep.
So it's going to be fun, man. And we're talking football, and we will hear from Steve Sarkisian tomorrow because it is Texas at the SEC Media Days. We'll also hear from Jeff Traylor tomorrow. UTSA head coach is going to join us here on the Blitz, as is Clint Killow. UIW head coach will join us as well. So a lot of college football talk here on the Blitz coming up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm so ready for it. And with the SEC going on, if you missed this earlier, Nick Saban, and again, great in the media. And it was just weird watching, there was a camera on Nick taking notes while Kalen DeBoer was doing his press conference. But then on the set for whichever one of the TV shows that Nick Saban was a part of, interviewing the new coach at Florida. And this is funny.
Let me just say one thing to you, John. I'm a Florida resident now, and down there amongst the Gators. And Governor DeSantis is a good friend. You took our former president, Stuart Bell, who's now a Gator. Yep. And I want you to know I'm kind of a semi-Gator. So if you don't get your together, I'm going to be in the middle of it.
Let's go.
I just want you to know that.
You didn't need any more pressure, did you?
No, actually, Coach, I really appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, I'm sure you appreciate him saying that.
Welcome to the SEC. If you don't get your bleep together.
Yes.
He said poo-poo. It's got to be nerve-wracking for a new coach.
Well, with Nick Saban, who is the godfather of college football coaches, I would say, or certainly one of them, and to have your guy at Florida, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Extra Innings with Pleasure is coming up next. We got an abbreviated version, 30 minutes or so before Texas Rangers baseball takes over. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning, AJ and Rob, for the AJ and Rob Show. They'll get you started at 6 a.m. You don't want to miss that. And then Minix and I will be back. It's college football day on the Blitz, so we will get back here at 2 o'clock. Until then, everybody, have a great night.